wastes to
weren't
the
magic.
west contain the shadow and the horde. Others have come before. The blight has followed. Elements bend to their will. Second set leader came. Aura of magic most recent.
Yeah.
I take notes. So gooder.
You've got the gooderest notes, so.
Noted.
Remember, dragon flying south along the beach.
Oh, here's some more. Wizard in black robes in the tower. I'm taking that's Roman. The tower of the Lone Watch. Lizard in the swamp have numbers. Witch causing the blight, harnessing of the elements, source of blight in the dark woods, edge woods, as well as elemental sources, volcano, gambler's hollow, lake, and foothills.
What?
Let's do that.
Oh wait,
Alright,
yeah.
lake and foothills. You're gonna do the lake and foothills then?
You're supposed to go find something at those places. What were you supposed to do?
There's like 4 fonts of power, elemental fonts of power. That I don't know
Yeah.
if there's like a gem or a focal point.
And there's the map.
Okay.
You guys are here.
What are the chances
You
that I
landed
roll
here.
3 1s?
You traveled
Pretty
like
fucking
this.
high for you.
Okay.
Can we go there first?
You went there. No, you haven't gone there yet.
I concur.
You came in through here, landed. That was the city where you met the guy.
Yep.
And you walked across this road, across the Scar,
Another place.
traveled down the road, through the Keeper's
That was like-
Flats,
Okay, I'm gonna
through
try
the Funnel
scorching
guardhouse,
Yep.
and then you ended up there.
One.
I suppose I should probably fade.
One.
I can use this in the video.
All of them into your friend.
I decided to just kill myself with that scorching ray.
So,
Okay. And I can reference it right now.
So the closest would be.
I just saw you. Staring off into the distance.
There's things everywhere.
The rest of your birthday.
So we should start by going like this all the way
So
down
you
the
make
hill
sense, answer.
so we can find these
Oh my god, you told me that.
black arrows.
Now the most.
Can I use the black arrows to find more black arrows?
Well, you're like scry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As a fighter.
How about we go to the Lake of Hope? That sounds like the best place to
That
go.
way.
It's like the furthest
Maybe
away.
it's a magic
Yep.
item that I can,
Maybe we should go to
UMD.
Gambler's Plains first. Make a wrap that way.
Stab yourself with it.
There's,
See what happens.
there's the Angry Top
Oh,
Volcano
my
and
soul's
Gambler's
gone.
Hollow there. I don't know if we have anything in the
Follow
dark
my dead
woods.
body.
Didn't the ghosty guy say something about stay out of the shadows or something like that?
If he did, I didn't hear it.
Maybe he was talking
I don't
about
even
something.
think my druid was there at the time, but
Go into the shadows.
He said
I'm pretty
totally go into the swampy shadows.
sure. Go to the shadows first.
All right.
What did you say, dear?
We'll go through a
Condensed.
condensed version of what the guy in the tower had to say.
What I get from this is that everybody, like, everything is spice.
There's the insufferable witch and the annoying lizard tribe. Lizards stay in their swamp, and the boss had sent them. The witch is a different story.
She'll fuck you up.
She avoids you, but she's been messing with everything.
Typical witches.
She
vote we
has
kill the
2
witch.
sources of blight, the dark woods and the edge woods. And she has the elemental focuses, the fonts in Angry Top Volcano, Gambler's Hollow,
54?
Lake of Hope, and the Empty Foothill.
Ghost.
The empty foot. Oh, they're there. Okay.
Let's do a font of power.
So then we would go. The closest one would be. It's basically Gambler's Hollow, Angry Top, Empty Foothills, Lake of Hope.
Just go straight north.
However,
Let's
we're right
make
here.
a giant fucking circle.
We
Yeah,
could
we
go
go.
like through the dark woods. That's where the blight is. I don't know if we can combat the blight without the fonts of power. I don't know if that was separate or just. With the fonts of power weaken the witch?
Around the
Wow,
entire-
because
Probably do the font.
I think the witch was using the elemental fonts to generate the blight.
Okay. I mean, we can just go burn the shit out of the dark woods. Fuck it! So
You got
Gambler's Hollow is
fireball.
the closest one. So we're travel.
Or should we circle around and go up to the other side first and then circle over there?
So it's like 4 days. Probably weeks.
I mean, you could stay on the Keeper's Way and then travel across the Rock Sea and then across the Gambler's Plains to get to Gambler's Hollow to avoid the Dark Woods if you'd like.
Sounds like a terrible fucking idea to me.
Either that or go through the desert.
Even worse idea.
We'll shoot an arrow
Idea
into
number
the air
one.
and see where it
Let's
lands.
just fuck this place and go back.
I'll let you hear. I think there's some quests we missed somewhere else.
I'm swimming back to
I'll
the
come back
mainland.
over a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
Nuke the island from orbit.
I'm fine with gamblers, so.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
So you're gonna make your way back across Dawnkeeper's Way.
Mm-hmm.
Gamble.
Yeah.
The way the world today.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
It's kind of a hollow pond.
Shut
Was
up.
it?
Sorry, guy, I got
Get
it.
consolidation. Gambling.
Spam busters, bitch!
Penis game. Serious.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
Roll me a d20, guy.
Let's increase the size of
We're
your
crossing
penis.
the-
It's up to 4 to 4 inches. So natural.
Keeper's Flats.
17.
17. You have an uneventful trip across Keeper's Flats.
And then you die of a heart attack.
Obi.
Oh!
You can track syphilis from the dog you fucked.
Which one?
It's important. Is the dog gonna have puppies?
Man puppies.
Yeah.
In this world, it can happen.
And you enter the rocks. You know, give me a.
It's a virus.
D8. I don't need a d20. I need a d8 roll.
Very sure.
5.
5. Alright.
5
You-
elder red dragons.
Shit!
They're flying into
You're
formation.
welcome.
I lay down.
Play dead. Best I can do.
Play dead.
Just fall over.
I throw my sword at one and yell for you guys to run.
You want warm over there, robot?
As you're traveling through
What?
the rock
Yes.
sea, you approach
Been
a
out in the
spot
heat all
where
day.
the stones kind of rise up and it makes a pass. Give me a marching order, somebody.
I'm in the middle.
Run.
Seems about right. Are you looking for a pencil?
Don't have horses.
My dice.
They are right there by the dragon.
Me. My lion is not out right now. I'll keep him over here.
Liars.
The gold ones are mine.
The robot is gonna freak out
I
if he's
use
not
mini
in
dice.
That's right.
Yep.
I'll bring up the back.
I'm waiting for something to kill me.
How wide?
Wait,
How wide is it again?
And the entry to it is about 15 feet, but it thins to 10 feet.
Okay. Give me a 10 foot. What is this? Who's this?
That's me.
That's him.
Okay.
There's a lot of hymns here. I'm
Thank
sorry. I should have.
It's Georgie. Robot.
That's the rock.
That's a
Squishy's in
ranger.
the middle.
Too much. A
Oh,
little bit of meat sweats.
What's this? Ow. The wolf
There's
with
the
us?
Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jefferson Wolf is there.
We move as a phalanx at all times.
Dad.
Okay.
Next dad. Well,
So you're
not
approaching,
next husband.
like I said, the path. You know, you just kind of made your way across just very rocky plains, and now it's the plains have kind of risen up into cliffs, and there's just a pass.
I say this is a very terrible ambush point.
I tell the
Onward.
rogue that you should jump.
Let's good spot to make camp. Let's do it.
I'm singing.
I welcome
Yeah.
death.
We are traveling on the road, probably going to get ambushed. Hurrah!
I see you in the bushes.
Yeah. We know you're up there. Don't even try it.
Run by rock. Are you behind here? No.
Just tough guy. Like, I hope those pussies ambush us so you
Yeah.
can fucking kill them all.
Right now, we're not even ready at all. Totally undefenseless.
I'll have my hawk just kind of circling above us.
I will unsheathe my mighty mace of doom,
My cock.
and then I will unsheathe my mace.
That's what you should name your. That's what you should name your hawk, Mike.
I named him Mary Paloma.
My cock.
Colored out of thing.
cock.
Bulbous.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a
Oh.
tilt
And I
too.
name my
You did.
Yeah,
That's more of a
My
Like
cock.
this,
my cock is my
in,
never won.
in motion.
Petrol motion.
Max Hot Rod though. Max Hot Rod.
Good name.
Nobody's detecting undead.
Or we'll
I detect
survive.
evil.
Ricks.
Directly in front of you down the gorge.
Yes.
He shoots
How
it
long are
one
you going
foot
to
in front
spend
of him.
detecting evil?
Take a 20.
I will.
2 days. Oh man, there's something over
I
there.
just stand here for 2 days detecting evil. No, as we're walking, I don't know.
How does detect evil work?
You the more time you spend time focusing on it. You can detect first round is presence or absence. Second round is like strength. Third round is sources, and as you concentrate longer, you can kind of fine tune.
I'm just gonna detect undead while he's doing that.
No.
too.
1 minute straight as we walk.
I can tell.
I mean,
you're going to start walking.
2
into the
rangers
gorge.
and a...
Are we walking into the gorge, or are we just standing outside of it like this?
Well, let's check it for tracks.
18.
You don't
Say we
see
got
any
2
tracks.
rangers and a
I detect undead.
druid.
You have a detect undead.
Yeah, I do.
26 for survival for
It's
track.
my first
You
level
don't detect any
spell.
tracks.
No, it's not real.
Guys, I'm a really good
Detect
tracker.
undead.
There's some
Making
tracks
it-
here.
You're making that up.
No, I have it saved.
I'm gonna bluff the road and thinking it's safe.
Alright, so while you guys stand and these two search for tracks, you don't detect any sources of undead. There's a pervasive evil kind of
There's evil.
hanging in the air, but not from the gorge necessarily. It's
All
The
around.
area.
it's all around you, kind
The
of.
whole world is evil. I must kill everything.
Right.
Just burn this under the ground.
You start having.
I turn lawful evil right
Hallucinations.
now. She.
You're hallucinating. You just look at us, and we're all like melty and evil. Like, but we're really like, dude, calm down, calm down.
See, what I didn't tell you guys is I'm now on acid all the time.
No, he just turns and sees us as really.
And I provided one.
If your lion really doesn't show up, it's just you.
It's just my imagination.
I think the next character I make is gonna have a flop trying to convince everyone to be part of a pyramid scheme. All you gotta do is sign up 300 goblins,
Alright, let's
and
go.
it'll make so much money.
Don't want to stand here all day. Let's go.
Into the gorge.
Reunionize them against
Alright.
the
So
leader.
you're marching into the gorge.
Sure.
Goblin Teamsters.
Drop me some rocks on me. Come on.
Just
Fireballs.
Cautiously.
Kevin just
Quite away.
and just rips his fucking clothes off. We're all just like, whatever.
There's evil everywhere.
If he comes towards you, just fucking him in the nose. He'll go away.
Captain Robot, you're at the front row spots.
Spray him with the bottle.
Is it Dex?
It's wisdom.
Is it based?
Like a fucking bard has a laser pointer.
6.
Okay. Robot doesn't so much notice, but ahead you can see, kind of just flapping in the wind, some like fabric tatters.
I say, tattered fabric ahead.
You do?
Send
see
your
it.
Like how
pack to
far?
go look.
How far?
It's like probably 30 feet in front of them.
30 feet. I
Commodore
suppose.
runs
Have
forward,
Hawkeyes
like,
look.
doing backflips.
C-Mak. Have
2.
Hawkeyes look.
Okay. So Commodore makes the sprint and just like
Damn it.
stumbles and crashes.
Tried.
Upon getting there at the last minute before you face plant into it, it's the tattered garments of a corpse that's just fully skeletalized, and then you crash into it face first, kind of.
So I like stand up like wearing the skull on my head.
No,
Damn it.
no, but
Well, I'm fisting it.
Roll an acrobats check for that.
Can't make it a puppet.
no, he already failed miserably.
I rolled a 2.
He's 30 feet
Oh.
ahead.
And I have a decent modifier.
Nice.
30 feet ahead on the ground.
Oh wait, no.
Use them as bait.
Oh no, don't attack our
I'm
bard.
gonna just bluff in here. I'm so helpless. Terribly, but like a 23. I'm bluffing the air like I'm so helpless.
Okay, so the rest of you believe that he is very helpless right now.
Gotta go save him.
Jorgendel is not like going at all.
He's
He's
not
sensing
amused.
motive.
He's just not going.
What
Oh
is
yeah,
sissy?
I fall for that shit hard. We need to save him, Cormac.
The skeleton's got
Get up there, do your thing.
What is it, 21 sense motive? What did you roll?
23.
23.
Shit.
You
Alright.
totally bluffed it. Everybody
Ah.
believing it except for Jordan, though, who's dealt with it. He gets bonuses.
It's like what the fuck.
I'll walk up there
We'll shuffle
slowly
All right.
at a walking pace.
So he just is laying on the ground like rolling on like a corpse, basically, like crushing bones.
like a dog on some shit.
It's just like home.
You can roll a spot now that you're closer.
I'll put 2 after.
18.
You can clearly see the haft still sticking out of part of the bones and through the fabric of an arrow.
I will remove it.
It is indeed a black arrow.
Woo!
How many more to go? 18?
30.
28.
I'm gonna stand up and be like, see if I'm
28 more.
You're welcome.
Hey, I don't think there's an ambush, guys. They didn't fall for my ploy.
You just stand up, bow, and see.
I'm the greatest actor of all time.
And dance off. Like,
You weren't in trouble.
Everybody's
Roll
gonna piss
17 to be angry.
you. Throw the arrow and hits him.
I rolled a 15 plus 11, so 26 to diplomatize you. Be like, don't worry, love. It was not a woman of your high caliber. I didn't expect to find would fall for my charade.
I wonder if there was any modifiers I should use with that.
Wisdom?
That's just sense motive.
Wisdom.
It's a
Yeah,
wisdom.
so you get
Oh,
+4.
so 21 to be angry.
26.
Damn it.
You're an
Fine. Suppose I'll let you have this time.
This is why I just keep going. I'm gonna cast glibness on myself.
Glibness, the most broken D&D spell.
30 to bluff.
Alright.
And then I cast permanence on that.
Ooh.
I don't have permanence.
You son of a bitch.
This is lying motherfucker.
Ah.
Time to go
Alright,
convince the
let's
Lord to
keep
give
going.
us his castle.
Okay, keep going.
You heard of a
Continue.
car?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
As you travel further down the gorge, it kind of winds. And you can
Echo!
see it's starting to come down. The path is also widening out.
Okay.
You also,
Like 15 feet wide.
also do the echo. No!
Beautiful.
Does my hawk see anything as he's flying
Two
around?
swans coming.
Nothing in particular. I mean, you're traveling through the mountains, basically. I mean, not through the mountains, it's
Bring
through
Tiberius with
rocky
me?
foothills, but
Did I leave Tiberius?
I don't remember.
I don't
Figure
figure
he's around. He
I
just
think I have him on me. Let's see. Let me check my inventory and
he goes off for a little while.
Yeah, you brought
Bird
Tiberius with you.
He goes and plays poker.
You're like, I can't leave him behind. And he
I
got,
left my camels behind.
he got like
Yeah.
a half training day.
Should have brought him with.
Okay, you continue on.
Alright, continuing forward. The path continues to widen.
Alright.
Brave Sir Robin. How far are we, like, gaining in elevation?
Not really.
Okay.
It's still pretty. I mean, it's tough to say. There's lots of ups and downs. but
Rocky
they're
Gorge,
nothing-
though,
They're
type
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing extreme.
We
Still
better not
pretty.
get ambushed by Jawas.
You see any smoke or anything like that on the horizon?
No, strangely not.
Tuscan.
Everything seems normal.
This island is
just
fine.
Run headlong into this.
This island is just evil as hell. Let's just go.
I'm going to send Tiberius to scout, which may or may not have anything to do with anything, but I can't also talk to him, so whatever. But he goes, I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna bluff that.
I'm a druid now!
Yeah.
He's totally acting like he's
That's
sent
a
him off to
that's
scout.
32.
Damn.
Because I rolled a 20. So,
Tiberius has disappeared under the horizon.
Tiberius.
Talented.
what's your falcon eyes see?
Oh no.
But in fact,
He probably wouldn't buy into it as a druid.
Fine.
C-Mac already has his falcon up circling, so
he's also on acid, and he's just pretty bird. It's just sitting there.
It's just dead.
Yeah.
Stuffed, taxidermy.
You throw it out, and it's on like a string. You just pull it back.
That'd be an interesting campaign. All the parties are addicted to some sort of drug.
Hey, yeah.
just spice.
You know, have to go get your fix somehow. Just try to rob each other.
How many bottles of
Or run cons. Anyways,
5.
do we see anything as we continue marching along?
The path is just slowly starting to widen.
I believe Burning
going.
Man is across the ridge.
Ah, yeah. I get all my glow sticks in advance.
Blink really fast, make your own rave.
Yep.
Okay, onward.
Onward.
Keep on going.
I'll lead
Slow
if
and
nobody
steady
else
wins the race.
If people start falling behind, I'll move ahead, my cleric. Fuck you.
I don't have any like skills to like track or do anything like that, or aside from just like
yeah,
audibly
that's
like
my
looking like, oh, we're safe.
Seems legit. Let's go.
Continuing.
Yep.
Just detecting evil as we go, kind of just half concentrating on it so I can still like see where I'm going.
I
and
suppose
tripping
us
over myself.
rangers could actually go up front a little ways.
Fuck
And
that. Let's just blunder this goddamn ambush and
You
get
can
it over
always
with.
run your wolf up there. Like,
I
Alan, why don't you
can't-
send Jefferson up
I
there?
can't talk to my wolf either.
Damn it! What use
Yes,
are
you
you?
Yeah, you can. Can't you?
No, you'd be like, hey,
All right.
Mr.
Well,
Wolfie.
while you guys are bumbling
I'm
around,
stupid.
I can like get a feel for his
Jorgendal, Robot,
I don't think
Cormac,
we can
and
communicate with him.
Tabby all roll reflexes.
Me.
Yes.
Nice. I saw it. It was like.
I can tell you this ain't gonna be good.
11.
Ooh, that sucks.
Way out 9er. That was.
Not in front. Yeah, you roll.
You said initiative afterwards.
Oh,
So,
Oh.
24, huh?
Initiativos.
24.
Anybody who did not beat a 15 is
Got-
currently prone.
Oh,
oh.
knock me over.
Initiatives or reflex?
Reflex.
Ah.
Okay, so knock me over too.
Whoa!
I saw
Stop
that.
trying to throw
I
saws
was
everywhere.
thinking of one.
Shit.
What about you?
Huh?
What's your
What is your
reflex?
reflex?
24.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, you got a 24.
You're older, 19.
You got a plus 500. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, why'd I tip you over? I made it. Got here.
It's good that our two tanks are standing.
Oh my.
Oh,
is that
God.
really what it is?
That's really what it is.
Yay!
Bullet, huh?
It's
Nice.
so cute.
Land shark.
A bullet bursts from the rocks in front
Thank
of you.
you.
That's a match.
All right, Cormac. Initiative.
Let's see. I rolled a 9, so that's 14.
Tabby.
14.
Copy me.
Nathan.
I got a +1, not my
22.
fault. Your rolls
Cormac.
suck.
10.
Robot.
Higher
16.
initiative.
Jory is not here, so it doesn't matter. C-Mac.
Jory's never
20.
here. You should
Yeah.
take him off.
I built this sheet like a long time ago. Okay, so guy.
He appears and he consumed all the bullet.
He played 2 times.
Tomadero.
Jory shows up and just
He's not gonna show up in this gorge. There's no trees.
12.
Jorgendal.
15.
That was the
Got his barbarian killed. And then maybe the other character showed up 1 time with another character.
He must not have liked him.
Huh?
He really liked his
He
barbarian.
couldn't make his trip attempts on things that had high trips.
Yeah, like constructs.
Yeah.
Or
And
everything.
things with
4 legs.
4 legs.
Yeah.
Or
I
wings.
tried to trip it.
What tripped the thing that's flying? Didn't work.
Nathan acts first.
I'm gonna try it again.
Oh, shit. And you say it's an open area now?
Nathan's
It's more or less open.
Okay.
I
Move
mean,
me-
there's probably some like along
Is the
this
rogue
back
or
edge.
the or the
Move me
They're
on
all-
around him and try to get behind, like, the back of the area. Perfect.
You run away.
Which
Okay.
way you want to go?
I'm gonna move out and around so he can't hit me, and
Which
just,
way around?
and then I'm gonna get behind him, but I'm not gonna attack yet.
That's 30.
So you can move me all the way behind him. I'm gonna totally just be,
And then turn.
something attacks you. Just go fuck it.
Okay.
All right. Nobody immediately in front of him fell prone,
Very luckily enough.
so he will attack Kevin. 20, I'm going to assume misses.
20 does miss.
15 and 28.
The 28 might hit.
It might. Just barely.
For 8.
8 damage.
C-Mak.
Well, I don't think I can wild empathy with it anymore just because people are attacking it.
No one's attacked it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Nobody has.
We just defended ourselves against it.
No,
Or
nobody
been
did
knocked
anything.
down.
I
That's true.
got hit in the face with it.
Yeah.
You did get punched in the face.
Yeah, you know what? I take a bit of a
Pretty
negative on that, but I'm going to move up in front of the bard and just kind of start. We don't mean any.
Just start snapping.
Oh, I missed that show.
The 2 rangers can do it too.
And talk for mine too.
18.
18 on your wild empathy, huh? I just gotta figure out where I have Matt on the chart. Sorry, I have to look at a diplomacy chart to figure it out every time. Because it's basically an animal diplomacy. He doesn't react negatively. He doesn't immediately, turn his focus to you, but he also doesn't back down at all. Whether it had a positive effect or not is still up in the air.
He just shits suddenly. It's like a rhinoceros that. Spray like
I
a
might
fan.
be able to talk him down.
Robot?
Never seen that video?
Just scream, talk him
Thought it was a hippo.
down!
Oh, okay, it's fun. This is right.
Yeah, it is a hippo. The way hippos poo. It makes a funny noise.
Like an alert. Poor dog.
So can I see him do that?
Well, he said that he might be able to talk him down.
Yeah, he said talk
For
him
you to
down.
decide.
I'm gonna talk him down with my axe.
Sure, let's see what happens. I'll just wait there. Ready my action.
Jorgenal?
Yawn and lean over on your axe. Like,
Stand up.
Scratch my balls.
Other guy's getting hit, so I don't care.
That's it. Unsheathe my weapon and ready in action. Even though I'm out of range. Never mind. Let's just stand up.
Kevin?
Ow! That's what I say.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yep. Both my actions are six owls, I say. Then I'll do a defensive fighting.
Cabby?
Stand up. I said don't be a baby, Cormac.
Oh, you didn't get hit in the face with like a
Hey, you
2,000
can't talk
pound
to me right
land
now. It's
shark.
not your action.
This is me talking.
Actually, look at 20. I forgot to get a synergy bonus. I was like,
20.
That's all.
Would have had the same. It's the same level, so. Commodore?
currently taking a -5 to. Because I think
Not
it's a
intelligent
magic
enough.
beast.
I'm cool. I'm
Probably.
ready in action to cast a spell.
Show him your
If he shows any aggression towards
line
C-Mak.
job.
Belleville?
Nope. Just no.
Is the saving throw on Grease a static one, or is it based on my caster level?
Should be based on your caster level. Your saving throws are.
Okay, because it's a DC 10 balance check to stay up, but I think if they fail the balance check, then they gotta make a reflex save to stay up.
That's it.
Mark, your cleric?
I'll move up beside him as far as I can go 30 feet. And
Beside
ready
who?
the shark.
Land shark?
Yeah.
What?
Move up around the edge so I can swing at it. And but I'm already in action.
30?
Or can I get there?
That's where you are at 30.
Okay, I'll go there then. Already in action if it comes into my space.
Guy?
Can I wild empathy as well and help with it, or is it just
You can try if you like.
might as
It's a
well?
druid and a couple rangers.
Peace.
First time they've tried peace.
Sleep. Sleep.
23.
23. You know it.
I'm just thinking of doing like the Jack Sparrow, just
Mark! Your rogue's turn.
Friends!
Does anybody actually like?
Nobody's attacked.
I'm
Nobody's
gonna
attacked.
move up behind it. And I'm already in action to attack.
Nah. Well,
Don't do that.
I think that would be a great way to spook it.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see what happens. We got one
Wait.
turn.
Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna hang out there.
Turns around, eats him, dives in the ground, never comes back.
I'm okay with that. I don't like being rogue.
That's alright, me neither.
C-Mak?
he got up in front of them to kind of keep.
Get a little closer.
Yeah,
Easy boy. Easy.
Steve Irwin right now.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Automatic fail. Yes.
It's a skill check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't get her head bitten off.
This goes up.
6.
Still got me.
He does not react well to that one.
Bad bullet, run away! No!
Robot, it's a noticeable change in mood. From just kind of...
That my 3 words. He's angry!
Alright, I'll hit him with my axe.
So I'm here.
You guys have
You had +2 for him. And even at that, though.
New numbers. Full power attack.
Robot chicken scratch. Yep. I was planning on making you a new character sheet, but I just failed at that, so...
Up to 5, so 1 plus my strength. Okay.
Stop scratching it.
Or keep scratching it, I mean, if you
Oh,
wanted to get, like, all nasty and
Oh
infected.
yeah, I got 2 attacks.
it's just peeling for my sunburn.
14?
14 does not hit.
Darn.
Jorgendal.
Step me up where I can smack this bitch.
5 foot step.
Yep.
16 already.
Well, C-Mak was there, but he wasn't standing right in his face because he's not a dumb druid.
I would have had enough move or time to. Nope.
Bad things.
Full power attack with the mace.
Someone will lion directly on top of him.
Fight me, trying to do
18?
a bird and fly away.
18
Nope.
does not hit.
No,
Okay.
no.
Second attack. 18 again.
Kevin.
I mean, I guess we're doing this.
Reference.
5 foot over.
Oh, if I made him my friend, I could have ridden him into battle.
So the
Maybe
defensive
it
fighting will
sucked
last till the end of the
On your
turn.
wild
Right.
empathy.
You activate it. You can determine whether you activate it at the beginning of your turn since you didn't attack.
Okay.
At which point I would say it ends at the beginning of your
Oh,
turn.
no, I don't have anything in right.
I'll just let it fade so I get a full attack bonus.
Probably mend something together.
First attack, 22.
Yes. Naughty. Neutral.
We're somewhere between
Okay.
18 and 22 so far.
Phew. That's gonna be a 9er. Second attack. Let's see, that's 14 plus 8 is 22.
22 will hit.
For 11.
For 11.
He doesn't like me very much.
Probably not. Tabby?
Get out of that. I'll tell y'all. That's probably double moving. We're pretty close.
Combodro?
Cast Grease under 10 foot square right where it's standing.
My laptop fell over. It's a piece of crap.
Your broken screen one.
The balance would be
No,
17.
The one I had since 2011
Oh.
that somehow still works.
I mean, it's not
Balance
the one with the
of-
half
it's
shattered
like 10.
screen. So I think that's an improvement there.
That's true.
And then if you, well, with the initial cast, I think it's still like a reflex save.
Well, its reflex save on that roll would have been 20. So,
Yeah. And then it makes a balance check every turn that it stays in, and if it fails, it makes another reflex save. Moving through it does move at half speed, though.
from falling over.
Yep.
Belleville. Yes.
No.
Probably not enough, but 19.
19 is none. Mark your cleric.
5 foot in. Right hip. And fail.
Good
9.
check.
Guy.
Who wants flanking?
Any one of us.
Everyone.
I might be able to get Jefferson.
Trip him. Do what Jory can't.
Triple 20
Alright,
the
so you're gonna move into the threatened squares.
No.
20 the trip attempt and catches fucking artery or something.
It should be small enough for you to go right into his testicles in the armor. You ever seen that one where the dog's like laying, and it's got its balls out, and there's this turtle? And it was like, when they're territorial, the turtles like hit. The dog's just like laying on it, it's like hitting it, and it looks at the testicles and goes, the dog's like, ah! It's trying to bite the turtle, and it's just not working.
I'll rapid shot for 23. So the first one. So the first one will be 4.
Are you still shooting a short bow?
Yes.
So
And then 28
28 will hit.
for 5.
Mark, your rogue.
Move up. Open butt.
Move up and draw the attack.
Yep.
25.
Sure. Close enough.
He does have a bunch of bonuses, so.
Right in the pooper. Sneaky butt pokes. I think it
23, so yes, it'll still hit me.
19.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh yeah, I can take a couple more.
But dishes out nothing. You also have flanking. I don't know if it's with me or Robot, but one of us.
Both of you.
It's +2 to hit.
All right, Kevin.
Yep,
You're damage man, so.
that's my job.
Damage
26.
Yep.
Not a critical miss, and 19 I'm assuming misses.
19 will miss. Right?
Some water.
18.
18 damage.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! How did he only hit me for 8 before?
He hit you with a claw the last time. He hit you with a bite.
Ugh.
His jaw's so big.
C-Mak.
I need to stay hydrated.
Let's see. I don't have a long spear, so
Oh shit, a water bottle.
I don't have any reach.
Water bottle just rolls in, crushes everything.
That was the ambush.
The water bottle ambush. Damn it.
We can't see it. Wait, we can. Oh, we can't. Oh,
Sun gets off of it. Yes, you can. More like yes, in the bottle.
It's empty.
Is it?
Screw. Who's directly in front of me?
Who's directly in front of you?
Probably
Yeah.
me.
No, that's Ross.
Try and get rid of these
Is
kids.
this one you?
Even if they
Bag.
end up
Oh,
dying
yeah. I thought you
True.
were talking about
Okay.
No, I asked if the
Ross,
bag was
I'm
empty.
casting
Yeah.
bull strength on your
Anything in there
tanky
anymore.
guy.
Yay!
Oh.
Ugh, I'm all roided out. We also get a massive boner.
hemorrhoids, that boner.
But it makes you a little lightheaded because it took all the blood over.
Robot.
Mm-hmm. Just
25.
right in the armor,
25
just
will hit.
bends it out.
Bull penis.
I like that it springs out and punches a hole in it.
I'm not wasting that thought.
Not a good one.
Wow, that must be pretty dark if you're not willing to say it.
That's just more gross than anything.
Gotcha. 21.
Really feel grossness is anything ever to stop us here. I mean, I guess a little bit.
Dragondoll.
Now that I'm all roided, yeah.
Knock the camera off. Stop letting us stand away.
Exactly. Is that my crit? It is.
Oh, yeah, crit.
It was.
It's gonna hit if it was in your crit range.
Yeah, it was 26.
Almost dying.
Already not confirmed.
Yeah, he's getting sick.
I think so.
Attack.
Hopefully it's just allied use. I took some allied use shit.
Jesus.
Well, the fallen movement
Shit,
is
I'm
bad.
No,
Like,
no.
when I was up in Midway, it was just
Strength.
everywhere.
That's 1.5 times.
You get +3 to damage for full strength.
Damage.
10,
Stage.
13.
Get your bard sign going?
No, not yet. 10 plus 5 plus 19.
C-Mak's got a bigger water than us.
They're gonna attack.
C-Mak's water pleases all the ladies.
18 again.
That's my damage. My charisma modifier is 3.
Kevin?
It sounded like you said your Korean modifier is 3.
Yes.
He does really well with the Koreans.
Does that mean you have a lot of soul?
Giant size.
This would be a beast.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to activate my Divine Might feat. Use a turn attempt to add my charisma bonus to damage.
Yep.
Now I'm going to attack him.
1.
Might be. I have flanking now too, so. 31.
That will hit.
Would hope.
Doing his best to try to pull aggro off of robot.
For, let's see, so that's 15.
Just
15, alright.
I should put it on next.
Then my second attack,
Don't use a two-handed weapon, so
22.
22 will hit.
Oh, giants.
For the same amount of
Way
15.
back, yeah.
nice.
Fair enough. I was thinking
He really doesn't like me. You're gonna have to heal me after this one.
Because I would
Gabby?
right down the line and start.
I step up behind Kevin
Perfect.
so I can toss him some heals.
That'll give me
How much are you
25, so that's plus.
How hurt do you look?
I'm at roughly, on a scale of
Oh,
0 to
it's
71, I'm at about a 45.
I thought Mark was this guy for a minute. It's like,
Way to be
So-
subtle there.
I'm not metagaming.
I can tell he looks moderately hurt.
Well, you watched him
Seriously
take like the fucking bitch slap bite.
Yep.
Right on my shoulder.
So I'm gonna
Cauldron.
do a.
Lose a couple organs.
I'm gonna heal him.
Shoulder organs.
Keep going.
Poundro?
One fire up Bard Song.
Furious.
And I'll cast.
Oh.
That's a good deal.
Well, I'll cast Heroism on Kevin. I think that'll stack with all your shit.
27. I gotta do
You're
that.
right.
Sorry, I had to do math.
Heroism
What is heroism?
Huh?
short range.
Might be. I don't have my book, so I have no idea what that's
heroism
Whatever.
is creature touched.
Well, you can
Oh,
get
puts
to
me
it
at
either
full.
way.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I
Move me
fully
behind
healed
Kevin.
you.
I know you have Heroism.
What does a heroism do?
+2 to hit, +2 to saves, and +2 more, I think, against fear, but it doesn't matter anything.
Plus 2 morale bonus on attack rolls, saves, and skill checks.
Skill checks.
Belleville.
Alright. That's good. That's pretty good.
+2 attack.
So now
However, it doesn't stack with my Bard Song.
it doesn't stack with Bard's Song. Okay.
23.
23 will hit.
+2.
20 and 7.
8.
10. Got flanking, so that plus
Second attack.
17. Jesus.
20.
20 will not hit.
Okay.
Mark, your cleric.
My nearby robot. You're
Your cleric?
Robot.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm at 6.
No, you're the only one.
No.
I got him.
right there.
Shoot, we only need
I'll
one
try to-
cleric here. Step off.
I haven't
Here,
been
I'll do
touched.
my other skill and miss. Kevin, I'm trying to hit it.
You're half front
19?
lines over there.
You get +2.
21. And Bard
You
Song.
still miss. And Bard Song.
Bard Song,
That'll
22.
hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bet you can't guess what the magic number is now.
When did I take that spell? So if you summon Swarm in the grease, would they be a greasy swarm? Because that would be just awesome for crawling all over your body. The spider swarm
Just from like a
Jefferson
like a
Wolf's
role
gonna
play
try to
standpoint,
Who did what?
bite. Jefferson Wolf's gonna
will
try
you
to bite.
greasy swarm some
Step him
noble
in
when
and
you're
try to take a bite.
Yeah.
like
bite.
interrogating
You
him?
get flanking with that?
torture.
Spider, greasy spider swarm,
There we
Plus
go.
2 for flanking.
and then they light him on fire.
With that
2
one,
for
And then I go
flanking.
lawful evil.
I have giant vermin.
you make it big.
And then I'm going to.
Can you do that on a swarm?
Yeah.
You could technically.
So a greasy giant spider swarm?
Well, I mean, it would cease to be a swarm. It would just start becoming giant spiders.
And I don't remember how
Rapid
many
shot on my
swarm
first
there
one.
is per.
There's a ridiculous
a ton.
number of
Yeah.
tiny.
26.
26 will hit.
Does giant army just increase in size like when you read level?
I think so.
So they go from
Second
tiny
rapid
or
shot.
tiny
Yeah.
22.
Tiny
That will hit.
Yeah.
22
Still.
is the magic number.
5.
Small is like squirrel size.
And then my actual second.
Bunch of dicey squirrel-sized spiders on you.
That's good. That's a good interrogation technique.
Mark, your rogue.
I'm gonna try to butt poke him. Poke him in the
The
rear.
size they
and
can
fail.
grow is determined by my level.
Level 2. So.
Oh, okay. So do it while you're still low.
All right. Well, Kevin is definitely the focus still. You don't like Kevin. 28.
Yep.
14.
Nope.
And 23.
Yes.
All right. The first one is 18.
Okay.
And the second one is 7.
Okay. So that's a total
Take
of
both
21.
Tabby and I healing you to keep you up, maybe.
So 25 I lose total. Got it.
C-Mak.
Are we behind? Who's that robot?
That's robot.
Full strength.
Nice.
Just
Just
going
full
down.
strength, everyone.
Robot.
I also have that.
It's like I technically can't do anything else right now. Really should get a long spear.
That's 4 to
Investment.
strength, so it's going to add 2 to hit and 3 to damage. Unless you have a strength item, which I don't believe you do. So, and you guys spend enough time exploring around here, maybe you would. Oh, player hints.
I'm gonna break off. And
We're gonna assume that robot went right back to his phone. That means he rolled really good. Torkindal.
Did you count Bard's on?
Yeah.
Blank.
Does not confirm the critical. So that'll be
16,
23.
Nope.
23 damage.
Second attack. Yep.
And then there-
I don't know if I'm able to keep aggro off this one.
18 plus.
I gotta hit both my hits.
24.
24 will hit.
What was the last one? This is damage. 20.
23 was your last one.
25. I had max damage. So.
23, 44, 48.
I don't know. I can't do more damage than that. So you're probably getting.
I'll just run
Kevin?
Attack him. Let's see. Okay, it's a
That's
16
almost an 8.
plus a 7. 16 plus 17 is gonna hit him.
33.
I'm not too good at math. So that's 10, 13 damage for that one.
And that will just flat out kill him.
Yes.
Nice.
Just run him through.
Yay!
I poke him in the eye.
The surgeon.
I'm gonna cut him open.
Yeah, we're gonna dig through all of his entrails.
Yeah.
What's this guy got?
You get 18 more.
18 more? Thanks.
You're going to spend the time to cut open a bullet.
I was just gonna say I'll stay back here and work on getting anything salvageable off of it.
Sounds good.
Later.
Go on bullet armor.
I'll see if I can get
You can
anything.
put your name on it.
Or bullet
Be
sheet.
your hide armor.
It would be a hide armor in it. Nothing special. I mean,
Forward!
Forward.
Let's keep going.
I mean,
Maybe
I
we'll
guess
get another one.
I could look at this and tell you what.
He wasn't carrying a million gold.
Only Kevin got hit.
Yeah,
No.
I already healed him.
Okay.
I'm not at
Oh.
full, but I'm just saying.
He needs
Something like
His natural armor
7.
grants him 10
Take
AC.
6. I walk
Because his AC
I
is
got
22, his touch
I'm down
is
1
10,
hit point, guys.
and his
Help me
flat-footed
out.
is 20.
You
So
You just
he's getting 2 from
landed
Dex.
Anyway, yeah. Eat some. Fine.
Too sweet.
It's got a whole bag over there.
Alright, so C-Mak is going to hang out. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I'm gonna send my hawk with them so I know where they are.
Okay.
when I decide to catch up.
So you guys can
You don't want a
continue to
mustard?
make your way towards the Gambler's Plains as you're making your way to Gambler's Hollow.
Mhm.
Yes.
Naturally.
I already know 2 of them. I don't need to say it.
We enjoy gambling.
What was it?
It's kind of risky.
Oh,
Take a
man.
gamble.
I'm gonna take a gamble and show them
Isn't that a prime thing to say?
I'm not
touching
touching
it,
he says.
You can say that chips fell where they were.
So I'm going to assume you guys are going to make your way
Oh,
to
yeah.
the north.
Yeah.
I'm taking a joke about the cheap drum and the snake. But okay, carry on.
Good session.
That one annoyed Stanaway. His fucking pupils are almost gone in his eyes. Just rolled all the way back.
You just had a-
You know what the worst part is I hung out with him all night Saturday night. Not one bad pun.
Yeah. Got an audience.
He tries harder during D&D.
Yeah, he does. Much harder. So you guys just continue traveling. The ground begins to flatten back out much as it was on the south end of the plains, of the rock sea, I guess. And slowly you start to see just patches of grass, kind of indicating that you're probably starting to enter the Gambler's Plains area, or
Nice.
you're at that
That was the concerned mom look.
This area looks a little plain. Okay, there. No, no.
you're more or less moving into kind of a
What time is it?
About that time.
8:20.
in game
Yes.
game time. Let's see.
Make the old man laugh.
I'm going to assume that you guys have been making good time. So,
I mean, we only ran into one thing.
well, on the road you would have made good time.
We order planes. What your elf I see? Make for the gap of rock, man.
It's probably 1:30ish.
Oh.
You guys see the meme? It's got Frodo. This is when you ask when you ask your dad why he smells like whiskey. And it shows Frodo with the black eye. He's like, "All right then, keep your secrets."
Nice.
That amuses me wholeheartedly.
As you truly start to enter kind of more of the flatlines, you can see in the distance to the west this kind of canopy of forest, and you can see a little bit of forest to your southeast as you've kind of split it. But
Yeah, there's trees over there.
Good job.
Are those trees magic?
Doing things. Ranging.
You look around you, it's the one.
I don't see shit. So I go,
and
Nice
more
job,
or less,
Eagle Eyes.
you know, it's long grass.
was it more than a 6?
It was a 7, but I had 12 on my spot.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Eagle eyes. Good job.
More fern lizards.
Well, it's not tall grass.
I was a Scotsman finding sheep in the tall grass.
Polyrancers.
I read a thing
Very
that
satisfying.
the actual dinosaurs from Jurassic Park that they called
How did the
velociraptors weren't
Scotsman find the sheep in the
they
tall
weren't
grass?
velociraptors. Actual velociraptors are
I
much
missed the
smaller.
first half of the
Yeah.
joke,
They
so it
just
was.
used the name because
sheep
it sounded
very
cooler than
satisfying.
Indoraptor. Because Indoraptor
Does
is the
it have
bigger
anything to
one.
do with
Yeah.
sheep?
That was interesting.
I feel betrayed. I already have.
Robot, you got your dice
Jurassic
out.
Park.
Yeah.
Roll a d10.
2.
2. You make your way. You're making your way across the plains, and
Downtown?
pretty much nothing of note occurs. You may see like some random wildlife. There's probably like antelopes and shit out here, and
Hello, antelopes.
When they throw that brontosaurus or whatever in Jurassic Park,
No,
I think they made
I
that
can
bigger than it actually is
empathize
too,
with
because
them.
the blue whale supposedly is the largest animal that's
Right.
ever been on there.
Right.
And they show that giant dinosaur, and it's like,
Well, they have in the one of the
you
new
spend
ones,
another hour.
giant crocodile
crossing.
that's bigger than anything
More
in
of the
world.
same. It's a very pleasant compared
shit's
to
gone.
what you've traveled through.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pleasant. It seems very much more like the the normal continent.
What?
I'm
Like
not-
where you guys came from.
I imagine Jefferson Wolf would scare them.
Give me another one, robot.
Yeah, probably.
5.
Are they
5.
gonna stampede?
Another hour. Very much the same. So you guys are
Traveling through some pleasant country.
Fire some arrows into the grass. There's
3
something
hours
wrong.
in. Give me another one.
It's on a roll of spot.
2 again.
2. At this point, it's,
21.
you spend your time traveling, and it's the same. But you can see you're starting to approach the mountains, and you can also see out on the horizon that there's likely some structures.
Mm.
That you're probably approaching what was noted as Gambler's Hollow on your map.
Almost there.
So
And then it's
like
later in the afternoon.
It's late in the afternoon.
So we camp before we go there, or should we push ahead?
I'm good on spells.
Let's push on.
So we get there in the dark?
It's fine.
It's fine. That's when all the things come out.
Yeah, I
The
know.
plan.
Okay.
Robot, what's going on?
Pushing on.
Get our eyes.
Give me one more D10 roll.
I mean, I can see fine.
1.
It's a D10.
Tactically,
I've got an
what
ever
I
burning
attack
torch.
9.
at night.
So you arrive on the edge of what was likely, uneventfully.
The edge of 17.
It appears that it was probably a small village. And based on what you're seeing, it was probably a fairly impressive hamlet at some point. In the center, there's one large structure, and there's kind of crumbling houses around it. The large building, kind of in the center of town, is pretty much intact, but the smaller buildings surrounding it have all begun to decay.
Search the decayed buildings.
What time is it now? Is it dark?
It's not dark.
He's
It's
so good.
early evening. It's like 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock winter or 6 o'clock
gonna search.
summer?
I'm gonna search one of the decaying buildings.
shit, Hamlet! Oh shit!
Okay. Go ahead and search one of the decaying buildings.
Yay! I'm gonna take
Roll some
20 on it.
searches.
I detect evil.
He opens the door. Yep, looks good.
It's motherfucking everywhere.
You do not detect any evil.
I'll detect magic.
None?
There's
At
no
all?
danger here.
Is the tech people kind
No,
of
there's
like a
no
black
evil.
light? You see like little blobbies on his
Yeah,
face?
only evil is dangerous.
Evil
Not
blobs.
true.
Evil
To
has
me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 20 on it.
Yeah, after you rolled it, I saw.
I said it before.
You said it
and
before.
And I'm like, I'm gonna see.
That's how you pun.
The building you search. It's fairly evident that this building hasn't been habitated. There hasn't been inhabitants in the building for a very long time. The furniture is decayed. The roof is collapsed. Moss is growing in there, with only a mild tinge of the blight.
Some dildo with some light dust
Are
on
there
it.
many structures? Is there one structure that seems more supreme than the other?
There's one very supreme structure in the center of town.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Seems
search
very
around and
similar
see if
to
I see any
the other
bodies.
town.
Jordan and I are
Yeah.
going to start making our way towards that.
Me too.
Shacks.
Following them.
I'm gonna search the buildings because there could be arrows.
Split the
Search
party.
Yep.
Sure, I'll follow you.
You go alone.
He's got Jefferson Wolf.
You don't even need
He's
your
not
wolf.
alone.
He comes with me.
Ever. He'll
I
never
charm
be
your wolf.
alone again.
Pulls a solid right
My
into
guys,
your wolf.
we'll go with you, I suppose. Because if they feel you might kill yourself or get killed.
Kill myself. Bye, guys.
Follow the black arrows.
Okay. You, robot, you're going with these guys?
Oh,
Sure.
I failed because
Need one warrior with them.
I rolled a 1.
Just
I'm
Or
not
I was
with you
going
guys
with,
either.
Robot went with him.
Oh, I know. That's
He's a
what I'm
warrior.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Druid's going with him?
No, I'm off on my
Oh
own
yeah,
still.
he's still way behind.
Mark's going with them.
Mark's
Yep.
rogue.
Cleric and
Both,
rogue, both
yeah.
characters? Okay.
You were traveling in bird form, C-Mak.
Yeah.
By this point, you would probably catch up to them as they're moving into town.
Sweet. A functional member of a party.
This is blue.
Whose shoulder are you landing on then transforming back?
Piggyback. Surprise.
God damn it!
Thought it was Tiberius for a minute.
takes his pants off before I transfer him to a bird, so he comes back.
Tiberius, return!
It's like a little crown.
So half of you guys are going to the main building, and half of you guys are systematically searching buildings.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are searching buildings still.
Screw it. I'll go with them. There's fewer of them.
It's like it's even.
No, the wolf doesn't count as
The
anything.
wolf
He
totally
sucks.
counts.
I'll see your light.
So you guys are doing your searching. The party that walks up to the building in the front of town. It is mostly free of any kind of like decay. It's made of stone. The front of the building still has 2 large double doors that are bound in iron. And the signboard still hangs in the front of it, kind of cocked but not falling off, but it's completely covered in the black moss.
It's got the leg.
We do that later. Later soda.
It's a strip though.
Like in Beetlejuice.
Eat your asshole puns.
Feel a little.
Thank you.
Yep.
Did you say eat your asshole puns?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You and your fucking asshole puns.
Mm-hmm. I heard something different.
Mm-hmm. Did you also hear "eat your asshole"?
I did.
Yep.
Wink, wink, wink. Collapsing.
So anyway.
Anyway.
I have to get that into this conversation.
Me too.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Just
You gotta do the dit 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 dit, and
I
then
hope
All
that
right, so
someone
you knock on the
knocks
door.
back.
Very hollow sound.
Okay.
Break it down.
Aside from like the can I? I don't know if I want to touch the blade.
that might be a bad idea.
touch it,
Your magic.
Lick
Up with a sword or
lick it.
Can you?
See if you get high.
Can you mage
Yeah,
hand it?
that's not bad. Yeah, I am going to draw my
Smoke
sword.
the blade.
Commodore, for the first time in this entire campaign, is going to draw his +1 sword, which he has, and scrape the mole of it. It's like, so I'll see if I can read what it says.
Okay. You slowly start to clear off the sign, and it's it's clearly that it was at one point it's very well made, and it read Hollow's Den of Luck.
I see it's turned.
I think we found a gambler's den. It is kind of. Jordan's gonna try and open the door.
All right, roll a reflex save.
19.
As he turns the knob, the door is forcibly blown outward. There's clearly a wind that comes out. He keeps his footing, but it clearly just wind is gusting out of the inside of this building,
Like continuously.
like continuously, like just howling out of the building.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Elements.
Somebody in there
And
was
beyond,
really
you
gassy.
can see what would be an old entryway. I'm not going to draw it. I don't actually have to draw any of this, but the old entryway is kind of battered and worn, but it's mostly free of any kind of decay. There's 2 counters spanning the side, and like an old tarnished candelabra hangs, no candles in it, but in the center of the room. Or I'm sorry, the candelabras are on the desk. There's a large chandelier in the center of the room.
Is like the chandelier swaying in the wind, or is it?
It's swinging in the wind.
Is it like
Swinging.
just? Is it like depressurizing
See
it?
this
Is
on
it
it.
going on, or is it? I guess.
swinging.
Is it a hot wind?
It isn't hot, but it's definitely. It's not like just a. It's like constant,
Okay.
It's like a hurricane coming from the door.
Can I? I'm gonna.
and you can see ahead of you that there's several doors past the counters.
I'm gonna knowledge arcana this with Tom and Drill. See if I can tell if this is a spell or something. 29.
29. You do not notice any magic to it.
Some sort of beast, perhaps? Is
Some monster in there going.
there a wind devil? Or an air elemental could do that.
Knowledge of planes. Anybody have that?
Everybody in that
-1.
party also roll a spot, if you would.
11.
17. 26. Wow.
I'm at
Belleville,
13
you can
for
also,
knowledge of
of
planes.
note, there's a lot of tracks on the floor leading you. And some leading
Is this
But you can't tell anyone.
elemental wind power? Because they're elemental fonts of power. Is this windy? Is this wind?
Some are from the mud outside.
I
Some are just back through the same mud.
I can picture you trying to point it out, and they don't see anything. Like, what the fuck are you looking
And you
at?
also recognize the fact that the most recent, what appears to be the most recent set of prints, are a group of 5 humanoid creatures. And there's also a set of reptilian prints. The reptilian prints only go in, the human prints go in and come out.
Nice. Oh, Jorgenol? Oh, there's tracks. What do you know?
Is there windows?
In the building itself?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna cast. Well, since I don't know, I need to. I had to spell magic. Jorgenol's gonna try and walk. I mean, the wind is strong, but he can.
You can walk through it. It's not like push you back, but it's just a wind definitely coming through.
Okay, Jorgenol's gonna take out his great mace and stride in with Tomadrill.
I'm also going in. I'm gonna as soon as I get in the door, I'm gonna go to the left side.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow them.
And inside, now that you're in, you can see better down the hallway. And on the left side, there's like a double door, followed by a single door. At the far end, away from you, there's double doors. And then on the right side, there's a door that's actually swinging in the wind.
Make our way to the open door. See if we can close it.
Yeah.
Try that.
You're gonna make your way across the entry lobby.
I'm gonna say where I am.
So you get there, and the door, I mean, you close it, it latches. It's obvious there's still kind of the whistle of wind around the door frame and stuff.
Okay,
It's not
coming from
sealed
in that
tight,
room.
but it's not gusting at you anymore.
It's in this room, dude.
Detect magic, I guess.
You have a detect magic?
Yes.
I have detect magic. I can cast it. I can
Oh,
cast it
okay.
on me and detect magic.
That's what I was thinking.
So I'm gonna. I guess Tomadrill's gonna like. Ooh, see if anything. Is,
Nothing irradiates.
There's the doors, the bar with the candelabras.
Just a really big fan on in there.
You're gonna have to drop.
Is there a
this.
blank piece of paper? Just any kind of paper. It can be a... You guys come in. It's an entry like this. You guys came in this door.
Yep.
And it goes like this. This is the door Kevin closed. There's double doors here. There's a single door here. There's double doors. The counters were like this. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like you came into kind of an entry foyer, and then this was the door that was
Are
open.
the candelabras lit?
No.
I guess try one of the other doors. I mean, I'm not seeing any like types of markings or anything like that, am I?
No. Nope. There's just the prints on the floor.
Where did the prince go?
He's dead.
Good question.
Prince is dead.
Purple Rain?
How about the queen?
The human
Missing
prints
your head.
travel both through the double doors on the left side and return, and travel through the double door or the single door that you just closed on the right side and return. The reptilian prints only go through the door you guys closed on the right side.
Did you watch Deadwood yet?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Any good?
Let's go see
Yeah,
the windy
I
door.
mean,
Going after the reptilian prince, I guess.
it's
Try
They
to.
only come in though.
I'm gonna brace myself and open the door and look in.
if you don't
The
understand
room,
the
that
windy
door you
door.
closed,
You're gonna be like,
windy
it
door.
forces itself open, and it appears to be in the limited light from his glowiness that it's likely was a kitchen.
Okay.
Al Swinnerton's good in it though.
Is it like wind stronger here, or is it same?
The wind is definitely coming out of that room.
Okay.
It's a small room.
No, it's pretty big. It's bigger than the entry foyer.
Alright, I'll do what I did go in and like just like keep on the wall so it doesn't like blow me out.
Got you.
Yeah, we'll make our way into.
Before I walk in the room,
I have an ever-burning torch I can pull up.
swig my potion of dark vision.
I do too.
Well, they're gonna all use torches. There's no reason to.
I'll pull out
It's up to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just,
An ever-burning torch won't go off.
Okay.
It's fairly evident that this was indeed a kitchen. I guess I can drop the room.
Can't stand the heat.
Jump in the fridge.
Indiana Jones style.
Along this side here,
Say you're jonesing for some safety.
the north and the west walls, there's shelving and ovens, and most of the shelving have like rough cooking accoutrements.
Mm-hmm.
There's a table in the center, and there's more shelving on the outside edge. On the far side, you can see a stairwell leading down.
So wind
Can I put
emanating
down
from the down there.
You can walk over and
The
find
from
out.
up
I
the
mean, it's coming. It's definitely coming from that side of the room.
What's on the table in the center? Anything?
Nothing. It's
Everything's been blown away.
you're all the shelves and table are just they have what you'd expect to see in a kitchen, crockery and nothing special, but utensils and platters.
Swinging.
Jorgendel's going to cautiously make his way over there with Tomadril.
Twice is enough.
Also going.
Yeah.
And you still can see the tracks. Both sets definitely lead down, with only the human tracks leading back up.
Well, fantastic.
Good thing we're all human and not lizards.
Mm-hmm. Going down when we get to the edge. I mean,
All right, you guys are at the top of the stairs. At this point, you guys have been cautious enough poking around. You guys are at the edge of the gambling hall, and you have come to what is probably the crumbling ruins of a stable. And in the stable, there are two basically sets of bit and bridle that are inlaid with lapis lazuli. They're obviously very
I grab them.
Yes, carry them.
Smash that shit.
all right, for value's sake, put Gambler's Hollow 16.
So much writing.
2 words and a number.
Need a sheet of paper.
So you guys are going down the stairs, correct?
Yep.
Should we wait for the rest of the party or just go to the dungeon?
Go to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Scale. Wait, do we know? Did you actually say where you guys are going?
No.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
like
they,
we,
they,
You
watched
guys
them
said,
walk off
they
into the
probably
center.
said that they were going to the building in the center. but-
Going to the biggins.
Okay, and I'll say maybe we should go join them at some point. But we
As you make your way down the stairs, they travel and they go to a platform, they travel and they go to a platform, they travel, and you find yourself in
Catch up with them.
a pretty empty room. There are doors. Start drawing this here. So you guys have come down the stairs here. This is up, came down.
second.
There's a large set of doors directly across from the bottom of the stairs, but
Playing grab ass.
they're not like there's a gap
No,
underneath,
don't-
and there's
don't make
definitely wind
Switch
rushing
knife?
around them.
Go to the doors. I guess this time brace. They're double doors.
Yep, they're double doors,
I want to.
and I mean
Does
it's
Snake
the room
kill
down
it?
here. There's a lot of like
Double
dust
doors?
kind of just swirling, but not enough to be distracting.
Okay.
Just enough to be noticeable.
I suppose the tracks would be dusted off and stuff like that. Are they muddy?
The mud is starting to disappear, but it all definitely went through the. They went through the doors, and
I'm gonna detect secret doors just because I'm down here.
just have it up.
Yep.
At this point, you have not detected anything, but
guess I'm gonna brace myself on one of the doors and slowly open it to see it.
And once again, there's definite force. The wind kind of picks up some. The dust kind of doesn't, because it's been it's swirling off the floor up at you. It settles some, and ahead of you, you can see a hallway. This is more rough hewn than upstairs was very finely crafted. This is a little bit rougher.
So you need to like cliff edge.
Blows us off.
Yep. Two hidden kobolds just son of a bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep.
Surprise me, fucker.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're going to look down the hallways.
Yeah.
Down the hallways, just a series of doors on the right side. The left side has one set of doors at the far end.
Wind's emanating.
The wind is coming all the way down the hallway.
We want to
You can see
open
it
up the
swirling.
doors as we go, or just make our way to the source of the wind.
We can come back to these doors.
The name of the wind.
Yeah.
Alright, heading all the way down.
Alright, while you guys are heading all the way down, you guys arrive at the front doors. They're still open.
It's a bit breezy.
There's definitely a breeze coming through.
That's exactly how your door looks.
It's probably better door.
I'm gonna just go in.
Good.
I'll follow him.
You're seeing much of the same stuff that they saw.
Ah, yes.
Let's go in there.
You're looking across. You see the door blowing in the wind.
You want to
See
follow
a couple sets of closed doors. So,
Open the door, blowing in the wind.
open.
Do you want to follow them, or should we try to open one of the other doors?
We'll just go the open paths because we don't know exactly where they went.
You can only assume
Yep.
from the open
I opened the door on the
Open
right.
paths.
Here.
Can you open the
That's the
windy
door that was open already.
Haha!
Off to the wind.
I guess correct.
Leave
Yeah,
there.
I'll
Come
go
this way.
We'll follow.
You guys are starting to make your way
Yeah.
down.
See
You
Robot
hear
with
footsteps
his finger
above
and
you,
hold into the wind.
and the inane chatter of this group.
Seems the other half of the party has found us.
Hey, bitches!
You guys come down and step into the hallway, and you can see the torches burning at the far end. I'm not quite sure.
Charge.
I'm assuming that those of you with dark vision led the way, since
Yeah.
there was no real light sources. But
All holding each other.
so you're at the door at the far end on the opposite side. Now the party's back together. Makes things easier.
Did you guys find any arrows?
I did not find any arrows.
We didn't find anything.
Alright, well, we're gonna push open this door, or again, brace myself, and
None for you.
Once again, it swings open, and the breeze
Haha.
is emanating beyond it. And it opens into a smaller room. 2 doors exiting out of it. There's like just a very basic desk with a very basic wooden chair.
The reason why that's the plan is because it's auto breaking for the laptop.
You want to join your band?
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Your band sucks.
It's not going to change.
search the desk. Commodore will.
There's no actual drawers on it. It's just kind of like a surface.
Which way's the
The wind seems to be coming from this door.
going to that door?
Going to that door.
We need more.
Keep
We need
following
to like
the wind.
overlay it.
Opening that door as well.
Yeah.
Okay, it changed his class to a bard.
Yeah.
No,
Keep
he's
that
like,
on endless loop, and then we do more stuff over it.
Yeah.
he's like one of those hobos with like pots and pans that he collects back together and makes.
He's a hobo, all right.
Hobo with a
You
shotgun.
just need to get him a stump fiddle.
Gonna do this.
It's painful.
It opens into a room. In the center of the room. Should put cigarettes out with your finger.
It's on your up. Get up.
Oh,
He's on fire!
Yeah.
DM's on fire!
I'm on fire!
And your cigarette's almost out. So
That's just an excuse. I'm on fire!
I'm on fire! Let me take care of this! I'm sorry!
Give me like 30
It
more
only took a
seconds.
second.
Done. There's.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Put it on.
Oh, good night. There's a table in the room surrounded by chairs.
Stone fiddle.
The fighters would immediately recognize it as just a place where
Interesting.
guards would probably hang out, play cards.
I say that.
Okay. I guess
This is
we're
where
gonna
the
stick
guards
to our
hung out and
guns
play
and keep
cards.
following this wind.
You're gonna
Yep.
continue to follow the wind.
I'm gonna.
The wind is coming from this door here.
And we'll find the source.
Yeah.
And
So
then name
this
it.
door here.
Yep.
And then we'll know the name.
It's just
Oh,
robot
okay.
Wind.
in a room fanning himself.
This doesn't actually
So
extend
hot.
beyond.
Yep.
We're actually like over here more.
Okay.
I just have poured.
No, sorry, it's you in a room making Jory fan yours.
That's a big fan blowing
While Ken
directly
feeds you grapes.
onto a bone saw character's crotch and with the afterwind.
Giant balls just right through it.
Mm.
Musket balls.
Now I can taste.
It's big sweat blowing off.
Is that rain? Why is it salty?
Near the ocean,
this room
obviously.
is a lot more elegant
We
than
are
what
on
you've
an
seen
island.
before. On either side here are heavy iron doors, but they're both cracked open. They're not blowing in the wind. They're that heavy. And at this door over here is also a very heavy iron door, but it is closed. And this door as well is a heavy iron door.
Rogue, peek through the open iron.
And this one down here,
These
is
aren't
kind of
down
where
there
the wind
yet.
is coming from. There's a
door.
portcullis
With you guys.
in between you and the door
So
at
we
the
have
end of
debates
the, at
and
the
all.
end
Didn't you
of
hear
the
me
hall.
charge you?
Robert.
Collis.
I charged.
Closed.
Robert.
Wait, where are we? Are we outside?
Roll, Bart.
You're right here.
Roll,
There's
Bart.
this little hallway. There's
Okay.
ahead of you. There's two
Roll,
iron
Bart.
doors that both are kind of open,
Laser.
or
That
cracked
was
open.
close.
Directly ahead of you, there's a
Laser.
portcullis down with
That's what
the
Betty
door
and Shannon
beyond
used to
it.
call me.
Right
Anything
before
with
the
an R.
portcullis is another
Radar,
Is this a
ro-
prison?
razor.
Does this make sense to be a prison with the heavy iron
Are any of
doors?
those open? The doors we see?
These two doors are
Hey, look, it's
I mean,
it's
this one is
radar.
closed. This
Hey,
one is
radar.
closed.
The wind's coming from this
What's
one.
up,
The wind is
Razor?
coming from that.
This is a heavy portcullis. Can't get through it.
I'm gonna
Portcullis
peek
is
through
like
one of the
Yeah, it's
open
not
iron
a
doors.
closed door though.
You peek in one of the
It's not magic,
open
really.
iron doors.
Go with the one on the right
You can't
side.
even get mad at those.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I was gonna stop everybody and be like, hey, let me look for traps first.
Ah, fuck it. Can't find
I just
anything
looked.
anyway.
In the door
I
to
just
your
opened the door.
right,
It's cold-blooded.
I'm just looking.
it's set up with shelves. There's clearly what would be you would recognize. You would probably identify them as money counter trays
Okay.
that are just kind of scattered about the floor.
It's where they
This is
kept
like-
their accountants.
This is the gambling.
Gambler's den.
Wind. What is this wind? This not hot but oddly cooling wind.
Powerful.
It's the elemental font of wind or whatever we're looking for.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what I said. The pieces are starting. It's the very first thing I said when we got here.
I don't know. Pay
Let's
attention.
follow the wind because it's gonna be the font.
Well, let's keep going. Follow that wind, I guess.
So, you want to check for traps, Trappy McTrapperson?
You
Check
wanna
the
go?
portcullis.
I'm good, ready.
Check the portcullis area.
Okay, I'll check around the portcullis.
You're gonna do a search.
Yeah. Hey. 31.
31.
Nice. You don't find
Near
any-
the portcullis on this wall, very elegantly designed to kind of blend in with the wall, there's definitely a lever that is pressed down into the wall. But otherwise, you don't find anything that...
Okay. I go up and pull the lever.
And you die.
And a spear comes shooting right out of the wall and pierces you in the
Oh,
chest.
give
We
me
need to get a hireling named Kronk, just so he can tell him pull the lever. Kronk.
I probably shouldn't have pulled it.
Wrong lever!
11.
I tried.
You try and you can't get that lever to move.
Alright.
Strong folk,
I'll
come!
go up there.
Wrong, man!
Stand back.
Little one.
And then I'll roll really terribly here.
Pull it with your pinky.
Oh, that's a 19 plus
That's a
20,
nice roll.
22.
You walk up to it and make it look
Yeah.
Just
fairly
one
easy.
hand, did one hand it?
However, you're shocked by the fact as
Did you see the
it's
Italian
down.
one?
You flip it up.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the portcullis rising up, it
Pasta
snaps
for Mamma
into the
Mia.
floor.
And shows the guy
Interesting.
going like,
I am surprised by that.
But don't.
The portcullis goes down instead of like it opens, but it goes into the ground rather than closing.
And it
Raise it
doesn't.
up.
It's not like it goes like ching, 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 ching. It goes poof into the ground
Like really quickly.
really quickly.
Pull the lever again. Pull the lever again.
I'll go in.
I pull the lever again.
We push a guy in, and
I'm
then
assuming it'll do nothing. I think it was
As he steps over the threshold, he goes chops
what?
him in half.
16.
16. You actually can't get the lever to move.
It's because I'm shorter.
It's
You
fine. It's
You
fine.
don't have the leverage now that
Yeah.
it's up.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't. Oh, sorry.
A straight 18.
What are you doing?
Someone.
Pulling the lever.
You can't pull the lever either.
It's stuck now. It's just the way it is.
It's obvious
Let's
that
go.
it's like Thor's hammer and only Kevin is
Yep.
worthy.
yeah.
So the portcullis is up.
Okay, let's go.
You go through the portcullis.
Yeah.
That the air was coming from the south. Portcullis door is to the left.
Oh, I thought we were going to the air.
Or to the
No,
east.
I'm going to the air.
You're gonna open the door where the air seems to be coming from.
Wait, maybe we should check this room out. Why not?
I'll check that room out.
Let's go back and check all the rooms. Maybe this place will collapse if we finish this. I don't want to do that.
you want to go back and
Yep.
I was cold feet like, wait. We passed a lot of rooms.
Yep.
Are you sure we don't want to look at him first?
Well, let's at least go in this room because there's guarded by a portcullis. It's probably something important.
Alright.
So you're gonna go and open that door.
Yeah.
Treasure room.
This actually ties with this hallway.
No,
But
Portcullis is like the big metal bars, like it's a gate. And usually
like
Usually,
in a
like-
guardhouse.
Usually, like you turn the crank and it goes up. This one fell down instead.
I just didn't know what the word was, so like, you guys explain
It's
it.
a gate. It's like a gate that you gotta crank open.
either else
Guy.
in D&D, like scones. Yeah, those are the things
You-
you eat bread.
You have.
Cookies.
You don't have track though. You just have survival.
I'm track.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
Tea and scrumpets. Yeah.
The three of you with track rolled spots.
Oh, fuck.
24.
14.
It's the metal
Oh. Okay.
Nice
That makes
defense.
sense. Okay. Thanks.
22.
My explanation was a
Two
joke.
of you notice
but-
that here the reptilian tracks only have proceeded into this room and they do not come back.
Oh!
Only if you
Charge.
want to make it out.
But inside, when you open the door, the room itself is the south wall has got a weapon rack on it. It's empty, but there's a weapon rack. The north wall is covered with chests that are all open. They appear empty from where you're at. Shelves, low shelves in the middle that all appear empty, and then there's a closed chest at the far end of the room.
Check
Damn
the
it,
check.
somebody got here before
Trapped.
us.
Fuck.
It's a mimic.
Yeah.
Or mimic. Go jump on it,
Rogue.
Mark.
Rogie rogue.
Oh, jump! Okay, wait, I look at the ceiling.
By the way,
Make
guys,
sure there's no ropes that are being like, singed up.
there's reptilian tracks.
There's no ropes singed off.
Okay.
Gelatinous cubes.
There's reptilian tracks that don't come
Come
out
back.
of this room. They're just going in.
But the things are missing. There's nothing in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna
That
check the floor.
nothing
This
apparently
chest.
in this room.
Maybe they all died.
Wait.
Maybe that mimic fucking killed them all.
I stabbed the portcullis.
I'm sorry.
We all laughed.
15.
Start
You
stabbing
not find any
everything.
chests on the floor immediately inside the door.
I mean, I was looking for traps on the way there.
I think you
Yeah,
meant to
that's
say
right.
traps.
You did-
okay.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like, yeah, we'll search for
I'll move on.
hidden chests.
I'll head deeper into the room.
Okay.
Shoot that in the chest.
Oh, so I'll go up to the chest, like near it, and I'll stop and search around.
Okay.
Tell a joke.
15 again.
Call it a pun.
As you get, further in the room, like about here,
Mhm.
about where you're standing, the reptilian tracks just disappear.
Oh shit!
Don't
There's
touch
nothing
it.
here. Is there like a stone or anything small that I could pick up and
Bedtime.
toss?
There's nothing
Like a
in the
coin.
robe.
Yeah, okay.
Throw
I'll take
copper
piece.
at it.
Well, I mean, do you have a ranged weapon? If you're concerned about mimicry, you could use a ranged weapon.
I'll fire an arrow at it.
Yeah, shoot that.
You're gonna fire an arrow at the treasure chest?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll. You gotta hit a 10, so.
Wait.
Yeah, okay. So you stick an arrow into the treasure chest. Got it.
Yeah.
Ding.
I'm gonna go grab my arrow.
I'm gonna
Alright.
go grab my arrow.
Alright. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
First of all, Guy,
The floor eats
does 16 hit your flat-footed AC?
Yeah.
This is all the same one.
Yeah.
It's all the same dome.
Wait, it's just
14.
You get hit for 10 damage, and I need an opposed grapple. It's a mimic. The chest wasn't a mimic, but...
chest for
What do I do for
The
was it?
tracks immediately
We'll see.
disappeared in the middle of the floor.
Just
So it's
part of
just
the
a-
floor.
Yeah, the floor is just probably
Trap
grabbing
door.
it.
one of the bookshelves at the end.
Ah, even better.
What would be my opposed grapple?
It's base attack plus strength. You have 0, so it's just your base attack bonus to it.
So probably 4 or 5, depending on the level.
My base attack.
What
bonus is
level are
7.
you? You're at 7.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing I rolled as low as I did, because I rolled a 2. You do manage to escape the grapple attempt when you get hit by the mimic.
You imagined you escaped.
Fooled you.
So just watch my arrow go over it. Like,
Well, it's like a bookcase off to the side.
It's 2 mimics. We need, you need markers?
Nah, this will be fine.
Oh, I remember the day of pencil rooms. So
This is nothing new. Everybody's just kind of here. This room out here. There's space out here. So
Would you like a piece for the mimic? We have Sargum.
Yeah, give me the mimic piece.
Actually, I have a mimic piece over here.
I have a mimic piece as well.
is this like a Dark Souls mimic where we need to run right now?
Just tumble everywhere.
My mimic looks very similar.
I'm gonna mimic everything it says. Or does.
All right, Kevin.
I'm just gonna mimic the mimic.
you grab
7
it.
was my initiative.
Yeah.
And
You
try
need,
to
to
Tabby?
oppose my grapple.
Nathan.
18. 12.
All right, robot.
Maybe we'll have magic initiative all night.
7.
C-Mak.
9.
Your guy.
20.
Belville.
6.
Tomadrell.
I need to do better.
Jorgendal.
16.
It's only all I could do with no mirror. Nothing
Very
hiding in
narrow.
that.
One, Thomas Hill.
Very narrow.
Yes, again.
What?
Should do a black beard and stick the tips
So I
of
had something
tar
to
and
tie
light
the
them
ends
on.
off, and then maybe some beads and do something. And then if I had a mirror, then I could actually look.
Guy.
Yes.
Somehow you act
Maybe.
first.
Instead of having it like
Alright.
straight
Get
out
away
like
from
Yep,
this.
straight out and all over the place, yeah.
I'm probably gonna provoke.
Well, you don't have to have
I move.
tie-offs.
Or just withdrawal.
It's
You
true.
just
Yeah.
tease the end
Kinda.
into like a scrunched thing.
All right, guys, withdrawing to there.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, your rogue.
I'm just gonna be like mimic up there.
Really?
The bookcase tried to bite me.
I didn't get my arrow.
Where the hell am I? Am I
Right
like
there.
right
You're
in front?
Yeah.
Well, Guy just retreated past you.
Oh, okay.
You just watched guy run away.
You watched the bookshelf basically just kind of metamorphosize and hit him. And kind of stick to like some of his stuff, but not really.
It's a dodge, buddy. And we'll hang out there. Just
Oh.
right action.
Oh, yeah,
I have faith in my
on.
cohorts.
Jorgendal.
Shit.
Did I mention my ex is adamantium? Adamantite? Adamant? What is it?
Is a mimic evil? Is it just a creature?
Adamant?
Adamite?
Adamant?
Find out.
Adamantine.
They're
Maybe
intelligent,
it's
so
adamantine.
they kind of have a
That sounds
choice.
right. don't know, get some
I
DI
don't
versus
I
hard
don't know anything
objects,
about mimics, so
Like- bricks and
I guess I'm gonna go up
stuff
there.
like that. When you're trying to break
Try and
objects.
move me up with my heavy mace.
They have long tongues and muscular legs.
I'm gonna try and trip this bookcase.
You could charge it.
Oh, sweet Jesus! I don't want to do that. No, I want to 5 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to take a step.
Mark, your cleric.
It's a fucking bookcase. How do you handle that shit? Like,
Start it on fire.
apparently.
I will cast Line of Lunia.
Alright.
Or no, let him Mercury, the second one.
Okay.
And then I'll move up. Like, I don't want to get in the way, but I want to be.
The room is getting pretty full here, but yes.
Room is very
I'll get in line
narrow.
Get in line.
Alright. Get in line. Alright, you're in line.
Okay.
You just spell the Nick.
No.
The magical beast or something like that.
Take a look at them.
28. Does
Look at
28
his
hit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a deformed version of them.
For 5 damage, and I need to close grapple.
This is where the grapple again.
Base attack plus strength. Plus a d20.
Base attack.
So you're level 7, so it's going to be 7 plus your strength modifier plus
30.
Yeah, I would hope. I rolled a 4, so you are not stuck.
5 damage, you said?
Yes. C-Mak.
Look, I'm kind of near the back.
I'm a large person myself. I'm going to re-grapple it.
I'm gonna grapple him. Fuck this shit.
I have one of it large.
Start pulling,
And it's just like a 5 foot.
start pulling his books out.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot bookshelf. And the hallway is a 5-foot chute.
Should we like back out so we can actually fight this thing better than 1-on-1?
Probably.
Nah.
Those are tough.
It's already got Jorgendal, doesn't it? We're
No,
gonna get
it's
away.
not.
Stuck.
I mean, I guess there's a 5-foot path that you could go around this way if you really wanted.
Technically?
Technicalities.
Get attacked by another bookshelf? Yeah.
Bookshelf number 2. I don't know where
Cormac tries to tumble past this guy. Let's see. It's my tumble.
Full armor.
I'm gonna spider climb.
Let's see.
It's your.
Oh, I can't do it because it's not trained.
Wait, how high up is the ceiling?
Not real high. I mean, it's probably like 10-foot ceiling.
Okay. So I can spear down and.
You know, that's fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just spider climb and try and get above it.
So you're hanging out on the ceiling up here?
They're gonna draw
I'm just gonna put you there.
I'd say it's reasonable that you could cast it and then move at least to there. Kevin?
So I gotta go all the way around.
You can move
You
through
can
us.
push through people.
Share spots.
Yeah. That's gonna be good for getting stuck.
Just 2 of you.
Beautiful.
That's a double move.
There's another bookcase over
This is all bookshelves, and this is all chests.
there.
Alright, let's just fucking do it. I double moved there.
Alright. Tabby?
I'm gonna cast Bane towards the back of the room there.
So you're gonna bane it.
Yeah.
What's the save on it? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I know it's not less than 10, so
No, I don't think it is.
10 plus
12.
It's your
something.
first.
it's 10 plus spell level plus your casting stats, so
And you got a +4, so
15?
15.
robots?
Yeah, it's the first level spell. 15.
No.
You're running?
It's corners, you can't run.
You're a
Dwarfs.
You're a dwarf.
20.
Grabs the edge and
Oh, he's
shots
had
in the mouth.
boots
So-
of striding and springing.
I wish I did.
I do.
I couldn't find him.
Oh yeah, you were searching. Belleville. You shoot with an arrow.
No.
Don't want to hit my buddies. Don't want to hit my buddies. Oh, Commodore.
Shoot C-Mak instead. Oh, there's a guy in the ceiling. Fuck.
One of them's up there.
It's a mimic on the ceiling.
I'm gonna summon Swarm in that square.
Oh shit! Come on, reflexes.
Casting time on summons form one round, like all the all the summons.
I believe so.
Gee.
Rabbit charm. First one. No, probably not. Second one. That one might. 19
19 will hit.
for 6. And then my second attack. No.
Mark, your rogue.
Good question.
Yes.
So the combat reflexes is it? It's plus. I can get 3 extra attacks because I have +3. Correct? On dexterity.
You can make 3 additional attacks of opportunities. You can make 4 attacks of opportunity in any given round.
Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Never mind. I'm going to. Am I right next to it, or is it?
No,
ahead?
there's a Jorgendal in between you and it now.
Would it be a bad idea to tumble through both of them?
For you, yeah. For us, no.
I mean, that's totally up to you. It's generally not a good idea to tumble through anything if you don't have to. But
If I could get there
If you
right
feel
now.
confident.
Unless
you feel
you got a
confident-
really high tumble or you're a 6'4" half orc.
I have a decent
He
tumble.
makes it every time.
Plus 13. I mean, 1 to 13 skit. Yeah. You know what? YOLO.
Krug tumbles like a fiend.
Alright. So that first tumble is to avoid his attack of opportunity as you move in.
Alright.
Because
So,
you're moving through Ross's square.
29.
Which you clearly avoid his attack with your little tumble.
Okay.
Your second tumble is to travel through his square.
26.
You do some kind of backflippies and wind up behind him.
Yeah. Okay.
No one has seen you do this before, so most people are probably in awe.
Can I
Because
attack
you've
you?
literally never tumbled before.
Are you human
That's
or
true.
what are you? Half elf?
Human.
Okay.
And you just like do
So
like
just-
you
what
do
the
like
fuck?
a flip cartwheel over Jorgendal, and then like the back flip over the mimic.
I like to believe that I landed just
Here's like
And then
trapeze
stab
sack jumps
it.
over it.
Yeah.
I can picture Jordan
And then you
all,
can
like,
attack, yeah.
taking a minute to check his ale. Like,
Laced it with something.
16.
16 will hit.
Wow.
And you have flanking, my friend. And it doesn't matter because it's a mimic. They don't have any discernible anatomy. So
6.
I mean, you can't hit that bookshelf in its heart.
it's bookshelf nads.
Yeah.
Jorgendal.
Does it still have books on the bookshelf?
Right in the scrote.
Oh, so you can't even hit the books in the spine.
Consider I just roll a
See,
straight.
that's a good one.
It's a good roll a straight 16. So I'm assuming I hit.
He'll hit. Yep.
Find you. That's the D8.
yo, chick.
D10. There's your percentile. I see that. That's D10.
I don't know. Let's say random.
It's
18.
song.
I know.
Second
I
attack.
know. But it was random.
17.
17 will hit.
22.
Great. Mark, your cleric.
I'm gonna. Is it within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot.
You will say it is, even if it isn't. You could be within 30 feet of it.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot 2 bolts. So six for the
Magic.
first one,
Oh.
Alright.
and 4 for the next one.
Alright. It will once again attempt to garble Bergendal.
Yeah, the same spell that he does.
It has to hit you first, but I just rolled a 20, so 16 does not confirm. For 8 damage, and the opposed grapple.
But does this?
Oh yeah, you easily 16.
I rolled 11, so I have not rolled above a 3 on a grapple check yet. So
Is it 8 damage?
8 damage, yes.
Wait, so this is just a bookshelf? Does it have any like appendages, or is it just like a bookshelf
Sure,
tipping
sure.
over? Like, what does it look like? A little more for.
The bookshelf has like blobby arms, probably that come out and grasp.
And teeth that go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like that piece looks like, except for that piece is a treasure chest.
Instead of a
You'll have
bookshelf.
to
So the
look at
treasure
it.
Got a-
chest is like
Got
got
a big
mouth.
leaky tongue.
Okay.
Covered in
Dark
slime.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where that came from. C-Mak.
I didn't know if it was
Uh,
just like
stab
a
it with
different
the spear.
rendition of it, or.
It really does look like a Dark Souls movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the
18.
gist.
18 will hit.
7 damage.
Poke it in the head.
Give it a second attack.
Nope.
Plus 6 base attack bonus yet.
I only have a +5.
Cormac.
I don't think my base
Oh,
attack went up.
I can get there next turn, guys. I can get to it. I'm not
Just
gonna.
tumble.
Let's see. I'm gonna double move right there.
Alright.
Do I get attacked by another mimic?
Cabby.
Still gonna send it.
You just bump into a bookshelf and you're like, oh
Well,
god!
there's way too many people on this side, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
follow
there's not a whole lot of
Next
room.
level that I get my second attack.
Problem with having big parties.
There.
Robots.
I did my duty.
Don't take my spot.
Too bad.
Robot's prone. He slips.
He did
on the
his
way
tumble,
there.
and it just put him into like the sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
He went like this and just went fell over.
Belleville.
Started full plate. Where are you going?
There's no room.
He's just gonna hang out. Get some more bookshelves.
You're gonna make
I'm
sure
sure
that
you'll make
there's
another
more
one.
bookshelves
Yeah,
like
just
that.
start randomly chopping
18
old treasure
18 will
chests
hit.
and
You should just burst through the other bookshelf there.
yeah, just cut that bookshelf down.
Come through the wall.
9.
Yeah.
And
Hack it up.
Yeah, that'll take
I don't
The
have shatter,
bookshelf.
so
as
my.
Belleville's first arrow strikes, it kind of just collapses into a puddle of acid,
Oh, there you go.
goo that
Oh. I almost got there.
Yay.
We did it.
You guys are lucky I'm here.
I'm gonna start looking around the bookshelves
I'm
and
gonna search the treasure chest that my arrow went in.
We didn't get
You
killed by
open it?
I'm gonna pull my arrow out
Okay,
first.
you pull your arrow up.
You know, fuck it, why not? I'm gonna open it.
The chest is completely empty, except for there is one throwing axe in it.
Roll a reflex. It
Sprays
flies at
acid.
you.
I'm just gonna be like, there's a throwing axe. Anybody want a throwing axe?
I'm gonna look at it. Does it seem?
It's
Special?
of exceptional quality.
I'm gonna detect magic on it because I have so many spells to use.
It is definitely magic.
I'm going to say, I have a magical throwing axe.
I can't use it. I don't care.
I'm sure one of the
Just walking
dwarves.
on the ceiling.
Gambler's Hollow 36.
Pick it
Throw
up,
it.
fuses to your hand.
See if it comes back.
Yep.
It's a dwarven thrower.
Where you're gonna have to find some place where you can actually throw it.
Throw
You're in a
it.
room full of people right
Throw
now.
it to a bookshelf.
Throw it at the
this
ceiling.
Dwarven
Gets
Gambler's
in the back.
Hollow.
Let's see what the effect
Gambler's
is.
Hollow 36.
36.
When if you burst into flame, it has fiery or whatever. Just hit somebody with it. It'll be fine.
It heals.
Alright, I'm
It's a
gonna walk
Vorpal. Whoops!
around. There's nothing else.
Yeah,
They have
everybody's kind of just
reincarnate.
poking around. So.
What do you want to
18
come back
plus
as?
total.
Um,
Anything of interest?
Oh, you're an
Nothing
orc.
of interest.
Sorry.
Oh.
No gems or
nothing.
I leave this room.
Push these old treasure chests over out of the way.
You're just gonna drag them off the wall.
We'll see if there's anything under them.
I mean, they were placed on, this floor was raised there, but there's nothing underneath them. It's very clear that they've been sitting there for a very long time.
I'll start again. So
Do you still have detect secret
it's
doors?
coming back up now.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
I'm doing. I'm just making sure where my spells are at. Did that. I never actually casted Summon Swarm because the guys before the round came around.
So I'm just gonna be above you.
Well,
So you think the
detect secret
Mimic
doors
ate that?
again.
Reptile thingy.
Kind of pace around and see if we got anything interested in there.
Nothing. It ate all them reptiles.
And go back out to the windy room.
Yeah, let's go back to Windy
See,
Room.
aren't you guys glad we came down here? We got to fight some shredder with this.
I'm gonna open up the other iron door that we just didn't look at.
The one on the north side?
Yeah,
It's very similar to the...
nothing in there.
In the
I
north
mean,
side,
there's
you
the
find
trays
a needle.
that,
Or empty.
Wait, this
you
is
know,
the
are
north side
empty, but
convenient.
very much the same. They're almost identical rooms.
And the human tracks lead into the.
The human tracks just make a line straight across. They're starting to disappear. Mud is kind of...
Yep.
But they lead to the door to the south.
Go into the south door.
Is there another mimic in there?
You open the door to the south. And it opens into a fairly large room. It's very difficult to focus on anything in the room because the wind is swirling in this room so severely.
It's a tornado.
However, it's not like it's the wind is just kind of vortexing in there. Inside, there's a desk.
You see it in there. You see the rats like flying circles.
Dead rat.
There's a desk on this wall with a chair. Not that you'd necessarily be able to see that. Two bench seating with a table in between them.
There's a theater in there.
A fireplace that even the ash has disappeared from it because it's swirling in the air as well. Some of it probably.
Do I breathe any of it?
We become superhuman.
You take a breath and explode.
Become gods.
To burst your lungs. Bits go raining down on everybody else.
My idea is better.
And above the
realistic
the mantle,
I
however,
paused to take a pee.
or above the fireplace is a mantle, and on the mantle
We don't ever
there is
go to
a
the bathroom.
painting,
I do.
like
I
a
just wait
small
until it
painting
rains and
with
then
sand.
I just go in
cleans it
and
out, you know.
Interesting.
Never take my
Wait,
armor
the
off.
painting depicts as I move over
I
to
just
try.
shit and
And,
piss
Walk
on
over
myself
and
all day
take a
long.
peek at it.
yeah,
The painting is actually of this room.
Ooh.
What's different in this
Yeah.
room versus the painting?
Besides the mimic that we just fucking killed.
It's a
No,
different
we're
room.
in another room.
different room.
Get
Way to pay
dick.
attention.
I'm still in this room.
Well,
They
we
already went
left
through the
you.
treasure chests.
Yeah, no. I'm
Okay,
still in
you're
there.
just
he's
okay.
taking 5.
I
That
close.
was scary.
I mean, part of knowledge or what?
No,
I take 20 to close the portcullis.
is he still in there?
Yes.
The portcullis comes up. Guy is still back in the treasure chest room.
Now he's stuck.
I'm gonna become the new mimic.
After some
I'm a
time of
bookshelf.
kind of looking at the painting and looking at the room, the only things that are missing are the items on the mantle itself.
What items are those?
There is a ship in a bottle on the left side, the painting in the middle, and a bronze bust on the right side.
We need those items to make a secret door happen.
Additionally, however, your detect secret door says
No.
See? Told you.
Bullet,
Look around.
man. It's a bullet.
Can I search the room for any of those items between my two characters?
you can spend time digging around in the room. That's fine.
Yeah, where's the secret door?
The secret door is down here.
Down there. I tell sneaky buck folks that there's a secret door over there.
Ooh.
Okay. I go open it and look for somewhere.
How do you know?
After fiddling around for a little while, you manage to get it open, and it was very well hidden, and it leads to a long hallway that ends in a circular staircase.
Is the wind still emanating from there?
No,
Where's the wind coming from still?
it's in this room. It's just swirling.
Step in there.
swirling from the ceiling.
Just it's tough. It's just
The whole room
it's
is
coming
just-
off from all over. It's just
It's a tornado.
Perhaps we need to find
I
those
know.
items to get it to stop or
Hard
harness
to
it or whatever
We're
it
gonna
is.
go back and search. I suppose
Well, should we go downstairs first?
It goes upstairs.
Oh,
the spiral stairs go up.
search that one. Okay. Wait,
Downstairs.
did we come downstairs?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Oh, that's that first.
Yeah.
Oh.
From
I'll
the
go
kitchen.
back and start. It's down that there's two things missing from this painting. Possibly something that would unlock this gem or something like that. If makes sense.
Bronze
Statue.
statue,
And
and
a bottle, a ship and a bottle.
Backwards.
Bottle and a ship.
Do you want to split up or all goes one?
Less chance of being wiped out from an ambush if we go.
How small are
Where's
the
fun
rooms?
in that?
Does he find anything in this room when he surveys?
No. You poke around in the room and there's.
Is there any
I don't
other
even
doors
believe
leading
there's
out of this
anything at
room?
all.
The secret door that I found.
This.
Yeah,
Oh,
goes a long
yeah.
hallway
Gotta
and
make
stairway up.
Okay.
I was
The only
actually
one?
intelligent enough that when I made this map, I didn't put any of the secret doors and stuff on because I figured Mark would be drawing them.
Oh yeah.
So I have to actually look at my notes in order to.
I'm gonna go back to the Tomadrill and Jorgen are gonna go back to the guard room, the one door that we didn't go down.
This door here.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Everybody follow? Except for
Yeah,
Guy?
might as well.
Back to the beginning.
yeah.
yeah, guy's still locked in the thing.
Yeah. He's the
Hey
good
guys, wanna let me out of here?
Have you realized it yet? Or are you still taking time?
Yeah, he's still in the room. Doesn't even know.
Just
Takes a
sleeping in the
nap.
trunk.
You open that door. I'm not gonna draw the shit in there, but
He's
beyond
still around him. I'm a
it's
bookshelf.
clearly
Yep.
a sleeping quarters.
Oh.
There's just a bunch of like bunks,
Oh.
like very well constructed, but just the crude bare minimum pallet on the floor type.
I'm gonna go see if there's any type
For
of
servants?
search the room, secret door stuff like
Okay,
that.
you're gonna poke around in that room.
I'm look for tracks. See if I can find anything leading on the ground other than just the
You're not good
lizard
enough
tracks.
to do that.
You have no. There was human tracks that led into the office that you guys were in.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as in the room that you just went into, there are no tracks.
Okay.
Search it.
There's another door back in the room that's right off of the guard room too that needs to be open. And while I'm searching this, someone could go there.
And there's a hall full of rooms before that. Yeah.
All right, I'll go.
I'm going with him.
You're going to the next room.
Open
Yeah.
door.
You open a room that's more or less it's kind of a hallway. But it's out of everybody. Okay, you would probably recognize it from being on guard duty and raiding like a gambling hall at some
Okay.
point in your as a spot where people would maybe keep personal belongings when they were here.
Look like a coat check.
Kind of, but it's more like lockers almost.
I searched through it.
There is very much like this room. There's no wind, so there's a lot of like dust and dirt on the floor, and there's just a myriad of footprints. Even having no track skill.
Okay. Those two search that room. I'll go back.
My two guys will go.
Is there any particular direction the tracks are just all over?
They're
the place?
just all over. I mean,
Okay.
to the lockers.
We searched the
Basically, it's very clear that this room has been
I don't find shit.
thoroughly ransacked and gone through at some point. Mark, the room you opened,
9.
You're still better than me.
Yeah, usually.
there's
Oh.
numerous casks and
Jorgen will see this.
and barrels in the room.
Okay.
Additionally, there is a rack filled with many bottles. And there's also on the far side is a well, clearly a well, and a kind of like a cistern next to it.
Okay. Take a couple of vintage, whatever French term you can go for.
Look for a bottle with a ship in it.
That's
Yeah.
alcohol. Why do we need that? Okay, yeah. I'll search the room.
All right, you're searching around.
There's nothing in this room.
Okay, I feel
Find anything in the lockers?
11 and
Next.
13.
With the one that's stuck up, but it's really unclear.
I don't know where we are.
I mean, you'd probably find some decent bottles of wine that are undamaged.
Did I find anything in the barracks?
Nothing in the barracks.
Alright, I'm gonna go into the other rooms with secret doors. Just walk through and see.
Just walk through where they've been.
Yeah.
Nothing pops.
Do all the doors open? All the lockers open?
Yes. They're mostly open, and it's that room is very clear. Like, it's pretty evident people have been here before and have cleaned these lockers out.
I'm gonna go look in the wine room.
Is Jorgendal going?
Yes.
Okay, well, Jorgendal is just like, oh.
He sees the open door and he just goes in and just like,
I'm gonna look at the cistern. Is there anything down in the cistern? Can we see down there?
No, it's not a large cistern. It's the way it's set up. It's very clear that they would probably draw water and hold it in the cistern.
I would Drogonose would take a bottle of booze off a shelf and open it.
All right.
Smell it. Does it smell winey?
Roll a
Yeah,
d6.
you hear it crying.
4. He opens it, and it's just the finest hard liquor that.
He has ever.
I mean,
Stained smell.
the high, a high grade, something that you would definitely
He's gonna take
in modern days,
all these bottles.
as many as he can carry.
Yes.
I took 4.
He takes 14 bottles of hard liquor.
While Drogonose doing that, you guys can do other things.
What group is next? Kevin's group?
I'm going to the wine room, just searching. I'm gonna look through the bottles for empty ones. I'm gonna take a stick or something and just walk past them until one sounds empty.
Hollow.
Nothing. I mean, nothing sounds all that different.
Everybody just hears clanking glass and everybody's just swarming. It's like, oh, for booze? Yes, please.
Mark, your characters?
We're moving to the next room over.
Move to the next room over. This is another room that you probably don't want to let Jorgendal know. It's just full of casks of ale.
Okay.
And this is primo vintage. This stuff has been there. It's clear it's been there for a while.
So my rogue will stay in there.
Who cares?
And we'll go to the next room.
You can carry unlimited amount. You're a dwarf. Strap it on your
Start
back.
lashing it. Take out my rope and start strapping
on your back. That was my rogue search.
You find nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And in the next room, your cleric finds 2 large casks along with a lot of buckets.
I break open every cask.
Okay, I'll search it, but I want to see what's in one of the casks.
Open the spigot on it.
Yeah.
Fuck. It appears a clear liquid.
Drink it. 19 for the research. I'll take a little bit of my hand and smell it.
Doesn't really smell like anything.
Drink it.
Water.
Okay, I'll lick it.
You lick it.
Water
It tastes like water.
Okay.
But it'll get you.
I thought you were
Roll a
going to
d20.
make a fortitude save.
I thought about it.
I'll fill up the water skin
Okay.
and search in there.
Alright, so you fill up your water skin and then you go about your searching. The water's just kind of running on the floor. It's pooling and it's running and it's running.
Okay, I'll close the spigot.
Is all their tracks that have been going into all these rooms? Clearly they've been. searched for-
These rooms, not.
Okay.
Oh, I guess my rogue will also gonna fill up his water skin with some ale.
Fair enough.
I'll keep checking behind all these people for secret doors and whatnot.
I'm assuming you're going to check the next 2 rooms as well.
Checking everything.
The next room after the water room is storage for. It was probably storage for some extra stuff, glasses and stuff. Just given most of what's there is broken glasses and just things that towels that have obviously degraded over time.
Some towels that are just hard.
If you really want, you could probably find a goblet or a tumbler or something that was in good condition, but nothing that's going to be ridiculously valuable.
Make my way back upstairs.
And in the last room, it's just it's very rancid. Well, it's probably not rancid smelling anymore, but it's clear that there was food on these shelves.
Yeah. You're welcome to dust.
Welcome to eggs that turn to dust. So you're making your way back up to the main floor.
Yeah. Is there anything in the main floor that, in the main room that looks, now that I know what I'm looking for?
Nothing in the room you emerge in the kitchen.
How about the main, like...
Go back to the main foyer?
Yeah.
Nothing in the foyer as well.
Go to one of the doors that wasn't open.
You have one, we're going to say one to the north and two to the west.
Open one on the west.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
There's a double door.
Bottom. The bottom opens. Give me 1 second.
Do it, bitch.
So the next other bathroom, like, okay, now it's connected.
Yeah, whatever.
I was cooking on the paper.
You open the door.
Mimic. The door. Ha
Swarm of mimics.
The hallway was probably at one point very grand. Immediately to your right, as you open the door, is a small window
Of opportunity.
and above which you can still see the sign. It's still
Swarms of
very,
tasks.
it's evident, and it says, "Welcome to Hollow's Den of Luck. Please make chip exchanges here. Good luck, and should you have any additional questions or concerns, let the concierge know." And at one point, the floor was probably a very, very elegant red carpet. However, now it's just kind of mush as you're walking. And the ceiling is it's lined with iron chandeliers once again.
What do we see behind the concierge?
You're gonna look in the little room.
Yeah.
There's empty shelves and just racks pretty much in there.
I'll go look at poke around, see if there's some reports or something. They usually there's something hidden in there.
You're gonna go into that room.
Yep.
You're poking around in there. There's still a rack of chips in there, but beyond that,
I'm gonna grab a rack of chips. Is there a place to gamble with them?
here,
Are they barbecue?
No, I'll just grab them out in the other room.
so you're gonna hold
Yeah,
on.
we
You're gonna
fill
have
your
to
set
just
of
take them with
cards.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is anyone else looking anywhere else?
I'll follow.
There's There's a stairwell leading up here.
I don't have to drive this whole short bus.
Follow up.
And there's like a door here, a door here. Doors here, door here, a door here.
We'll go up and go through the that door.
And we go through that door down there.
Yeah. Just cause.
It opens into a room. There's a table in the center. Chairs. Obviously, your rogue would know that it's clearly a high-end gambling setup. The tables are still in very good shape. But the carpet is all fucking garbage.
If anything in with expense.
No, it's empty.
Okay.
Pull the carpet up or something in there.
Wait, I guess I will search that room. See if I can find any.
Anybody
Hidden
doing
compartments.
anything while this is going on?
Sure, move down the hall. Open the door.
I got 30.
All right, robot, you open a door to a very similar room.
Move down the hall. Open the door.
Open all doors.
As you move down the hall, you can clearly see the two doors. When you move down the hall, it turns to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You can clearly see the two doors are marked as facilities.
Might as well check them out.
What, like for pooping?
For pooping.
Try digging the
For water.
digging the poop holes for treasure.
Mm.
That's where you find the bags of devouring.
They're no longer
Nice.
sticky, they're just dusty.
So robots peeked into the bathrooms. They're just basic bathroom facility type things.
Latrine! It's a much better name than before. Brick Shithouse.
More minor.
You started over here. You peeked in this room here,
Don't you lie to me.
and then you moved into this hallway.
Okay.
Basically,
Where is the window?
the window is right there.
Okay.
As soon as you come in, you poke around in that room.
Alright. Door to the north or what?
There's 2 doors to this. Yeah.
Go through one of your left.
One on my left. This one here.
Yep.
Used to be so quiet.
This room has a table, but there's something you can't quite make out on the far side of the table.
I'm gonna move to the something that I can't quite make it on the far side. Is it because it's dark?
No, it's tough to tell what it is.
Alright, I'm gonna move over towards it.
You're gonna move towards it.
Yeah.
As you approach it, once you start moving around the table, you can see that it's clearly an art object of some sort.
Blues and Bruins and the Stanley Cup.
Grab it.
I'm going to pick it up.
Jinx.
All right.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Once you pick it up, it's tarnished, but it's clearly a bust.
A bronze bust.
I found it! Found something.
Found the thing.
Is there anything else in this room of interest?
No, nothing particular now.
Okay.
I'll go back somewhere where there's not an open door.
There are 2 more, both leading north.
I open one.
You do the double door in the middle, or the single door right next to the one Ross was in.
The one nearest the Jakes.
Yeah.
All right. When you open this room, it's pretty evident that this was probably a high rollers room. The chairs are much more regal. There's decaying cushioning on them, and the tables they have metal edging. And the chandelier here isn't just like a generic iron chandelier. It's got like glass that's been tattered with age. Roll a spot.
Nope.
9.
All right, and that's what you see.
We'll wander around the room.
Poking at stuff. I'm gonna continually doing my secret door checks as I'm going into rooms. So I'll go into the room that robot's in with the secret door.
You can roll a spot as well. Guy is still hiding.
20.
20. Underneath the table, kind of blending in with the ruddy carpet, you just can see a speck of white.
I'll go over to the speck of white.
It's actually like under the table.
Call it a black
Inspect
light.
it.
It's no longer
I'm
a
gonna say,
speck.
hey, there's just something strange over here. I'm gonna get it underneath that table. I'm going and doing it.
You're crawling underneath there.
Yeah, this ruddy
Jackson.
carpet.
Once you get down there, you can tell that it's a corpse, but it's covered by a cloak.
Ooh.
So,
Uncover it.
I'm gonna pull the cloak back and see what's underneath it.
It laughs at you.
Bones and the skull is pierced by a black arrow.
And
Pull it.
I'm gonna- we used like gloves last time to hold these.
I just pull it out.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they don't do anything.
As long as you don't
I'm gonna
get
take
stabbed.
that cloak that's there and pull this arrow out and be like,
Alright.
here, goody two shoes, or whatever yellow
I'm not
you got.
down there.
Alright, I got another black arrow.
Okay, I marked it.
My guys will move to the.
I'm gonna go let Guy out of his
Whatever you
prison.
Move to those.
Okay.
Oh, it's
that
a
just
roll,
leads
too.
out to like a back patio area.
I rolled a 22 to let Guy out of his prison.
Okay, you let Cook guy out of his prison.
I read every book on the bookshelf.
There was no books in there. It was all shit.
There's pretty much on it.
Bullshit.
There's a whole lot of nothing. I mean, it's old rotting
Plants,
furniture.
planters,
And
and
the back, there's a wall on the back side that's like thoroughly overgrown with like ivy and stuff.
What's the river go?
These stairs go up.
Oh,
Up
good
Up the
enough.
stairs.
Upwards!
Where are we
I
at?
get
Where
that.
are we?
Honestly, I said it
We are back at the
I went back to
beginning.
let Guy out. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm following you.
as you
I'm
see them
essentially
trotting
following
upstairs.
them.
Largest.
All right, so you're going upstairs.
Was the cloak like decayed?
Yes.
I'm sure
Yes,
it's
it
not.
wasn't anything magical. I would have let you
Huh?
know.
Truth.
As you emerge from the stairs, Ross, you would probably recognize it as something.
I got
But for the
work now.
uninformed,
He is
like
back.
maybe Kevin,
Lazy
you can see a counter on the south wall, and above it
But
is a finely painted
Flipped
sign
around.
that still
Has a
stands there that reads "Chance
Good at math.
Acquaintances."
thinks he knows everything.
Gentlemen, I do believe we found Horror's Alley.
In the center, there's a decent table with chairs around it,
Lock me in here.
and on the north wall, there's a table. Here, you guys already found the secret passage back here, so I can just throw this down. So you guys come up these stairs. There's a table.
Power button.
These benches are starting to crumble.
Okay.
I don't think I got it.
Well, I'm gonna go into the
Strength.
room behind the benches.
I'm only
Up here.
Yeah.
170
It's a balcony, and it kind of overlooks the lower courtyard.
That you were
It's
talking
made of
about. I'm
stone,
like,
but it is,
Yes, if you.
covered in moss, and
it's rough, man. I'm not
Anything I can
strong.
see, aside from the courtyard.
you can see, the ruins of the city, but nothing in particular.
Power one of you?
Wear gloves when searching.
Nathan Corva.
All right, Nathan's going to 19. Corva's going to 21.
Yeah, looks like there were multiples.
Yeah, there's multiple 21s.
Okay. Yes.
I suppose I kind of tipped my hand with that, but
Going to the 19.
I just
you went to the 19.
I'm looking for 20?
Maybe that's the age.
21. I'm going to assume you guys are going to take the time to look at all these
Yeah.
rooms.
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
The rooms marked 21 are all rooms designed for guests to spend time with their acquaintances.
Glory holes.
All of the rooms on this side,
Mhm.
you would find secret doors that lead into this hallway
Okay.
that runs along that leads to a spiral staircase.
Okay.
Um,
For the discerning guys.
For Glorials.
in room
Yeah,
22,
1 and then 2.
I would assume that I'm assuming you guys are spending the time as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Behind a bench jammed up against the wall, you find a wand. If you want to mark that Gambler's Hollow 22. No.
This is a weird looking stick. There you go.
Nathan, in 19,
Everybody knows it's a one of enlarge. Yep.
which would be your first stop, you can see, there's a bench, there's tubs, there's a short table, there's a bookshelf, and there's a small end table with a bottle still sitting on it.
This is the
Has it
honeymoon
got
suite.
a ship in it?
Open up
Covered
the
in
bottle
dust.
and drink it.
Okay, I'll look around. I'll inspect the room. I'll
Polish the bottle.
clean off the bottle. Take a look at it.
Alright, so you're just gonna clean up the bottle, got it.
Because
I'm not saying that. Well, I know. No, I'm not arguing.
I know that I'm looking for that.
Once you start to clean it off, it is obviously a ship in the bottle.
Yes.
Drop it.
I take it. Slip.
Just whoop, 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 whoop.
Hey, look at this guy. I can juggle. Oh no, I can't.
I yell from the rooms across the way. I found the secret passage. Probably leads down. Who knows? It's covered in semen.
I
Probably
found
to
the ship.
this spiral staircase that we opened already.
Yeah.
Let's go down the spiral staircase. Does it go to the place we were?
It goes to the place you were.
Nice.
Ooh,
Place
Convenient.
fast travel.
the bust facing. Position it as well as I
Look,
can.
try to match the picture.
Yeah.
Yep, same with the ship.
As you place the two items
Nothing happens.
correctly on the balcony,
The room explodes.
over the mouth of the fireplace, a magical portal just begins to swirl, and the wind is suddenly focused
I'm gonna step in.
from that portal.
Like, is it just like a hand portal?
No, it's like you could walk into it. Step into it.
Is it
Is
going
everyone here seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Yeah, everybody returned.
Well, we're going to the giant vagina in the wall.
Alright.
Given the fact that it's 10 o'clock, do we want to pick up here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just because there's going to be a couple of fights here now. No, you're in the
Spoiler alert. Jesus.
Just between us? Like, let's see if it's
Here from
the
maximum penetration.
Say
Oh,
penetration.
It's a plane of air. There's nowhere to stand.